Go.
And then this is where the music would be, but then I decided not to get copyright claimed and then have to deal with my network being like, hey, he has the rights to do this shit.
So wait, if I sing happy birthday, you're going to get copyright claim?
No, because YouTube won't be able to pick up that you did it. Whoever owns Happy Birthday would have to come by, see this video, and watch, like, 5 hours of D&D or whatever, however many streams of this we've done. And then happen upon this one and go, wait a minute, I own that shit, so go for it. Sing Happy Birthday. Did I put you on the spot?
Happy birthday.
Oh, Tanjobi, Omerito.
What's that weeb
Happy
shit?
birthday in Japanese. They'll never catch on to that shit.
You wait. You wait, they'll get bolder.
Copyright claims.
Oh, bon anniversary. That's all I remember.
I don't recognize that. What's that?
That was the French happy birthday.
Oh, very nice.
Bon
Multicultural.
anniversary, as it's called.
Why is
I
my
like that
phone
we're
going the fuck
multicultural.
off? I should have linked the chat, shouldn't I? Here.
Yeah, I like the chat.
So,
There you go.
these Old Spice commercials are getting pretty crazy.
Yeah, where he turns into a motorcycle? Is that the one?
Yes! What the fuck is happening anymore? It's like they're making Terry Crews into a goddamn transformer because of body spray? What the fuck?
Yeah, I
They just
mean, but you know
embrace
what
the
we're talking about
ridiculousness.
it. When was the last time you talked about body spray?
Never. Because
Yeah.
most of it smells like shit.
Yeah. What I lack in
Yeah.
personality, I can make up for in body spray.
Ugh.
That's really gross.
Yep. That's super
Disgusting.
gross.
You can go to legacy mode if you're having problems with the new Twitch. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
We're playing
Hi.
D&D again. Who's alive?
I'm alive. I was gonna ask, did you have to recreate this whole map, like, from an image, or
Oh
did it
my
actually
god,
save it?
no, it actually saved it, thank
Oh,
God.
good.
good.
I forgot about that.
I would have told you all that you all died and burned in a fire, and the whole campaign was over if I couldn't have salvaged this.
Oh,
What
no.
a good ending.
It would have been
Season 3
it would have,
canceled.
yeah, season 3 done, no funding.
Season 2, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, season 3 is not happening, obviously, because season 2 would be over.
It's like the network canceled it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Poor
they
ratings,
get Kevin
canceled.
Spacey off, so it's done. It's done
Exactly.
here.
Topical.
That's okay. We'll get picked up again in 25 years.
Yeah.
It'll be the
reboot.
classic reboot.
Yeah.
DuckTales
the
style.
classic reboot.
That's actually pretty good. No one knows if you watched it.
Watched what?
DuckTales, the new one.
Oh, no, I
Ow.
haven't.
It's
Quit biting.
it's good. Webby has an actual character aside from Girl.
I didn't even really watch DuckTales when I was a kid, so
Yeah. You don't miss anything.
okay.
Are you kidding me? DuckTales was the first show that got, like, syndicated run. It was so good.
It was very
I
good.
watched-
But
I
like
doubt it's related
I-
at all, but I watched Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck, yes.
That was my Duck
it's
show.
vaguely
Yes.
related because Launchpad was in both.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. That was. I actually got really confused because of that.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have had Launchpad in
DuckTales
both.
had a movie with a genie in it, and it was
Now,
great.
actually, I do remember that. I remember them running away from like a whole fuckload of gold that was like
Yeah, that was the first
going
season.
down a hallway at them.
Mhm.
I remember
watched
that.
it
Because
years to
scorpions.
Flash.
Yeah, so I saw the movie, but I didn't really watch the show much.
But yeah, the new one is. I mean, it's got a lot of the new tropes of cartoons where it's like, but actually everyone's an asshole thing. But there's some good stuff in there. Pickle and Peanut is good if you like older, like 2000s-esque cartoons.
Hmm.
It's like SpongeBob when it was still good, not gross.
I honestly don't remember that.
It's
Was
not an
there such a
intelligent.
time?
Yeah, like early
My
SpongeBob
wife
was
tells
alright.
me there was. I don't believe it, but
Tell her to go watch Pickle and Peanut.
okay.
It's good.
Uh-oh.
Sweetheart,
Is that
watch
somebody?
Pickle and Peanut, okay?
No, okay.
Do you know what that is? Okay, Rev, you're full of shit. She doesn't know what that is, so.
But she ought to watch it. It doesn't matter if she doesn't know what it is. She would already like it if she knew what it was.
Okay. Okay. You'll like it, apparently.
The only show
Rev
that
says so.
applies to is Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Yeah, that's
I
actually
thought-
true. Betchka says all SpongeBob before the film is great. All SpongeBob after the film is poop.
Oh, okay.
Recent episodes of SpongeBob have been okay.
I don't even have cable anymore, so like,
I
If it's
don't
not
either,
streamed,
but you
Same.
know,
The No Cable Club.
This means nothing to me or anyone else here because none of us pays for cable. We just do Netflix.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Except me,
yeah,
I'm
I
the
definitely use
opposite.
Netflix.
I don't have Netflix, and I have cable.
you're our cable connection.
I guess so.
Your
Yep.
con-
I mean,
connection
I'll be
to
real with
what's
you. The
playing
internet
right now.
exists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
you know that sometimes, you know, without doing very illegal things, what networks will do is, oh, do you have a cable connection? Put in your information, and you can just watch it online.
Yeah.
true. I actually have cable, but I don't watch it.
I probably
And I have Netflix.
ought to
I have
look
2
into it.
Netflix accounts. I use Josiah's Netflix account. I don't even use my own account. I use someone else's account. That's what my life is.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack there. But
What's
hi,
happening?
everyone.
Why is there a dragon?
We're
Why is
wrapping-
Sing
we're
on
wrapping
fire?
up- Yeah, we're wrapping up season 2 today. We're finally bringing it to a close.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what this is like? This was
still
like
on
the
the barrel.
fucking Deathly Hallows movies where they had to break that shit up in 2 pieces because they couldn't, fit everything in. So, this is
No,
this
they
is what
just
that is
didn't
like.
want to.
They didn't want. Well, in this particular instance, this was like the director saying, "I can fit 46 scenes in there. That's no big deal," and then he didn't, and now we're here. We're stuck, and it's part 2 time, baby, and we got to finish it up. So, but yes.
Ready.
So
Yes.
we've got the inimitable party of 4 here. We have Brisket the Corgi Paladin, Gerald the Wizard, Wendho the Bard, and
Quote
Asano
unquote.
the Warlock.
Very much a
So-
wizard.
Very much a wizard in his wizardly ways. So, if you missed the last time that we got together here, basically what ended up happening was the team being led by the large Yeti Ingot, who is standing over here by Wento. Ingot led them into the bottom part of the Dwarven Clan Monastery, as it is now known. They ended up talking with a spectral brother of the clan that basically told them they had been enslaved by this artifact that the White Dragon had that was keeping, and they marched upstairs to go confront the dragon. And this whole chaotic scene right here was a result of a botched stealth mission involving barrel rolling and other ridiculousness. I honestly don't remember.
I don't
happened
remember
with
why we
fire
did
here.
that.
You?
Because it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
think it
actually
was-
Yeah.
instigated that one.
And I was like, let's not set the barrels on fire, and then my beam missed and hit one of the barrels and set it on
Yeah.
fire anyway.
I remember there was a magic-related accident involving a wine barrel.
Yes. So, so that happened, but I mean, the burning right here isn't exactly going to cause the entire place to explode or anything like that.
Exactly.
It's just slow burning.
Yay.
So at the very end of the session, there was a large commotion coming through the broken wall over here, and it turned out that Captain Alana Jedek with her crew had also made the trek. This their trek, however, had been
Oh,
up
her
and around
face.
through the snow. Yeah, it's not the same model. Just don't
No,
do
I'm just
that.
looking at her face like, oh my god.
Just don't.
She
don't too hard
okay?
on the model.
Has she
I
been
didn't-
sleeping well? Like, what is...
Didn't choose the model. I just needed a female model.
Okay, okay.
Just let it go.
Fair enough.
Go, Rev.
I just,
in any case,
I take a look
they're
at her
marching.
face.
So there's a brawl going on right now between these some of these spectral dwarves and the crewmen, and basically the action is following into the main chamber up ahead, where the party had seen flashes of green, brilliant green, and more of those dwarves pouring through the busted double doors that lead into the main hall. So, if you pardon me, I'm just gonna kind of move your minis in at this point. The action is moving forward. A lot of them are urging you on, basically just saying, go handle it. We'll take care of it from here.
Go
And,
finish the plot.
That's rude.
I love you,
That's-
Hootie.
That's rude. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of shift your character models toward the door here. Please feel free to organize them as you wish.
I remember
if
us
one of
having a lot of problems getting through the door because there's just a constant wave of dwarves that we just didn't have the firepower for.
And the waves did subside after after the melee brawls have kind of broken out here. Jen, I'm going to go ahead and allow you to move to the door there while you're still barrel rolling. That's fine. If we recall correctly, Jen decided she wanted to walk on a barrel last time, and we came up with a fun game. She's been walking with that barrel this entire time, and I told her that if she makes a balance check, or I think it's an acrobatics check, every turn, and she manages to maintain it, she'll get a little bonus to her barrel rolling. And she can blow all of that on one really cool thing, like use all that bonus for one action. And that's it. And then it'll stop. But she's been pretty impressive so far. I think she's made like at least 4 or 5 checks. So yeah, that is where we are. And we will say that Ing is actually following you, but what he's going to attempt to do is bar the door here.
That's
So,
a smart idea.
with his
Nice.
mighty Yeti strength, he will attempt to close this door. So just imagine he's got his hands on the door and he's attempting to wrench it. It looks like it's sort of embedded in the wall. Definitely had been destroyed at some point. So yeah, looks like we got the 4 of you here. Is this the formation that you guys want to hold?
Sure.
That's fine with me. Do you want to be there, Ima?
Do you want to switch spots, or you can just go to the side of me?
Why don't I just be to the side of you, and if you need to back out, you can back out.
Sounds good.
Okay. I will go ahead and give you a action as you're running through. Basically, you're just kind of weaving through the bodies of the that are fighting on. And if you had something that you wanted to do, say like a spell or just an action that you wanted to perform as you're going through, just let me know now.
Okay. I need to check and see how many spells and which spells I've used.
Does that mean that we're just straight up allowed to attack the dragon?
Well, this is mainly like imagine you had finished your movement right here, and
Okay.
as you're moving in, that's what you were doing. So, yes, this is a good opportunity if you wanted to say use a buff spell while you're going in, because it's not as though you had no idea what you're running into at this point.
All right.
So, go ahead and take just maybe a little less than a minute and figure out if there's something you want to do, and otherwise, the scene is pretty much set here, and I'm gonna start changing up this initiative counter right here.
So we're just skipping out the this fight in the other room for the sake of brevity.
For the sake of brevity, yes, because for the most part, with the number of combatants in there, we wouldn't finish it tonight.
Right.
So yeah. Let's go ahead and take the battle to where we actually want to.
And honestly, if we can't beat the dragon, then we wouldn't have been able to beat the dwarves and the dragon, so there's no real point in doing both.
Sure. Yeah. All right. And we're gonna put Calcularex here.
Oh yeah, that's the dragon.
Mm-hmm. And they're also.
Yeah, scheduling has been tough. as far as D&D goes, because KY has work. I started a new job. Everyone else has lives and or work. Shit happens.
Yeah, it's been difficult, but
It's
you know,
sort of
it's
the true
life.
D&D experience, really.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think I've told the story before. I have a good friend that he has a group that he DMs for, and they are like clockwork. I mean, they were the type to do like, you know, sessions that went on for 2 years straight where they missed maybe one or two.
Jesus.
And
Wow.
they were, yeah, and you know, good characters that went from like 1 to epic levels, and it all sounds great and whatnot until you remember that you're giving up a really specific and large chunk of your time to make certain that happens. So,
Gosh. Yeah.
All
That
right.
also sounds great, but then you realize you're stuck with the same character for like several years.
Some
Yeah,
people like
I guess you just roll a character that you really, really love.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people do that.
Yeah. Dude, I could play Brisket forever. I love Brisket.
I like One Toe a lot, but
Yeah.
I kind of brought her back in a resurrection type way, or in a ancestral type way, whatever.
It's a convenient choice. The what race is she again?
Samsurin.
Yeah, that's a good choice for that.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Does anyone have any actions that we want to do before we go into combat?
You bet.
Bet.
Go for it.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna use Hex on the dragon. I place a
Okay.
curse on the creature that I can see within range. Until the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever I hit it with an attack. And I also can choose one ability when I cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
Oh,
Okay.
Now, does the dragon take necrotic damage? Because I thought it was undead or something. I don't know.
it's like
Would
ice.
So it is a for all intents and purposes a white dragon. It does look as though it has been suffering from some form of physical deterioration. You see scales that have been shed onto the floor. You see part of its one of its wings has been just tore up. That could have been from the combat previous on the airship. That could have been from something else. But it definitely looks haggard, and in some ways unwieldy. Like like if you look at him dead on, you get a weird kind of feeling about it. It's doesn't seem to look too steady.
Oh, baby.
Oh, puppy.
Your dog is really upset about this dragon.
Oh, he's just
Like-
really upset about everything. Does this hex have a save or anything, or is it just something that you put on?
It is just something that I put on. It is casting type 1 bonus action, but it takes up one of my spell slots. And like I said, I choose an ability, and it gets disadvantage on the ability check made with the chosen ability.
Okay.
And since it's spell level slot 3rd, it lasts up to 8 hours.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What level are you? 5?
5? Yeah.
Damn. All right. How much of a ability or whatever penalty is it?
What do you mean?
You said it was like a disadvantage. Oh, that's just a
Yeah,
thing.
a disadvantage. It's just a
Disadvantage
roll.
roll.
If it,
It's a disadvantage roll. Now I have to choose a good disadvantage for it. I feel like
is
I
intelligence one that they can use to, like, guard against firebolt or magic attacks? What's the one for that? Because do that. Spell DC save.
the spell DC save.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's charisma.
Right, but like for I guess
But
if it's
for
casting
you guys,
spells,
it's for casting spells.
it would probably be using like
But
intelligence.
it's for saving throws though.
Yeah, so you would find the saving throw for those sorts of spells actually on the spells that you're casting. As determined by that. Normally, I believe it's spells that are that involve like attacking and whatnot with a thing. Sometimes they're just to hit.
Burning Hands is Dex. And I think that's the only thing that actually has anything to do with that.
For you?
Yeah, Intelligence for Minor Illusion or Burning Hands is Dexterity.
Okay.
And they do pretty much what you think.
Yes. Because I was thinking maybe for me, let me look at my thing, because I have a couple that are Constitution.
Yeah.
And let's see, do I have another? You know what? I think we should go Dex because
Because I might use my remaining slot for another.
Yeah, well, that would benefit me too.
Okay.
If we do Dex. So I am a-okay. If do you guys have any other spells that are Dex saving throws?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nope. But that's okay. I'm
All
sure
right.
it'll be helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, Dex is just
Decision.
kind of good
Dex?
in general.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it on Dex. That sounds good. Hex on Dex.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many times can you do that? Can you get like another
I
one
only
done?
I only have 2 spell slots. I have one more, but I can use another spell for free. Let's just say.
Okay. Because shenanigans.
All right, let's move to Brisket. Brisket, I'm going to take 1 round off the Sacred Weapon, only because you guys are moving into it. You still have 7 rounds
That's fine.
worth.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have anything you'd like to do?
I want to run the fuck as close to the dragon as I can.
Okay. Let's address that when we actually get into.
We're
combat.
talking about,
You
like,
have,
bonus
No. Otherwise, not really. Now I have something called Sanctuary, but it says it's a bonus action. I assume that means it's something that I use during an actual turn, right?
If it's what you wanted to cast during this as you're moving in, I'm okay with that. If you want to save it, then just save it.
I'll just save it. Otherwise, not really. I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Wendho, what about you?
Can I use Bardic Inspiration before this fight starts?
You could. You still have some, right? You didn't use it up at all before?
I probably did, actually. I don't know if I used all of it, though. It's not something that I can really put a little dot by it to say, like, oh, you used this or you didn't, because it's underneath my additional features and traits, so I have no idea.
Okay, because
But I
I'm
wanna
fairly
say I
certain.
Used it?
Yeah, I think you gave it to both. You gave one to Gerald and you gave one to Brisket because they both have that your blue-colored D8.
Oh yeah, that kind of sounds familiar.
Alright.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Just based off of your spells alone, enhance ability might be a good one if you were looking to do something.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. Do you want a second to look over what you like, or do you know what you want?
For enhanced ability?
Mhm.
Because I can just cast that on anyone, right?
Yeah, you could go ahead and cast it on anyone here in the party, and you choose one of the effects.
Choose one of the effects. Wait, hang on. I don't have all of what it does exactly written down. I need to look at my cards here.
Okay. It mainly just confers advantage depending upon the ability, and it can also give something else.
Would that work on spellcasting? Because it might be worth giving to, like, I don't know, Brisket to get extra charisma so he can do other things.
Recall that it's mainly for skill checks,
Oh,
and it
okay.
doesn't actually increase your ability score. So if you have something that you can attempt to do with a skill check, then yes, it would work. It would give you advantage on it. But it does not give you a bonus per se anymore. It used to. So, why don't you look that over, Jen, and you can let me know. Gerald, was there anything you wanted to do?
I mean, Firebolt is not a bonus action. And that's the only thing I can think of, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Skip it? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. Alright. Alright. I should have everything there. And there was... Do I have to dig into my chest for this? I'm so sorry, there was one other thing in here that I know I needed. Components. No. Saved objects, there we go. Where are you? Nope. Yep. That's what I wanted. Nope. Definitely not. Nah. No. Yes. Gotcha. You get the good mini experience of having shit just fall on the table. Alright, here we are. There's actually 2 other things in this room. 2 more of them spectral dwarves. So, Jen, figure out what you want.
Was Marissa using Dex, or am I confused?
You're confused. I used Hex on the dragon that disadvantages his dex.
Okay.
I used charisma.
Because there's like one for each thing. I could potentially give you, I guess, Fox's Cunning, which gives you an advantage on, well, that's intelligent checks. Where's, is there a cost?
Wasn't there some shenanigans that he did earlier that, like, debuffed us or something? Or, like, we had to watch out for, like, his dragon breath, and there was, like, a save for that?
Yeah.
Was that Dex for that?
I don't remember.
It might be worth giving,
that would be us making a dex roll versus it, I think, or whatever
Yeah.
sort of roll.
If you're gonna buff anyone, I would probably say buff, like, KY. So that way he can, like, buff him with, like, Dex or something, if he can even use that, and then that way he won't get hit as much.
Yeah. Maybe.
Alright, I can do that. It's called Cat's Grace. Target has advantage on dexterity checks. It also doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less if it isn't incapacitated.
Except you're gonna call it Dog's Grace, clearly, if you're gonna use it on me.
Okay. Fine.
Boom. Okay, dogs.
Although-
Grace.
He's graceful. He's a graceful
What dogs are well known for?
Yeah, such graceful creatures.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, gosh darn, I think we're ready to start it off. Give me initiative, everybody. Let's go.
Oh man, okay.
Okay. We're actually rolling die.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Where'd my die
This is
go?
happening.
Oh, this
now.
is the
Real.
D20.
Where
Yeah,
did
this
it
is
go?
the D20, right? Yeah.
Oh, this is the D20 for me, because that's what I just rolled.
Sorcerer
nice.
spell pack. There it is.
Let's see,
I
let's
got-
see.
16 plus 1.
Oh, fuck.
18 plus 1, so 19.
Nice.
6 plus 1, 7.
Okay, so I got a 7 for Gerald. I got a 19 for Azana. I've got a 16 for Brisket. 17?
17 total. Wait.
17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess plus 1.
Jen
Jen
went
rolled
to
a natural 20.
20.
Oh,
Nice. And Jen, do you have
Do
a
I add anything to that?
dex bonus? Whatever your dex bonus is.
Plus 2. 22.
Gonna roll that barrel straight into that dragon.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do it!
She just starts ramping
Just
up
one
on
shot it.
it. It charges like
And that's
fucking
the end of
Sonic
our
the Hedgehog.
scenario.
It's just like, oh shit, here comes that boy.
There you
Here
go.
you go.
Oh, God. Fuck, he would. Okay. All right, I've rolled for everyone else. Oh, Ingot. Gotta
he's
get
here, too.
Ingot. Yeah, Ingot is here. Roll Ingot. Ah, Ingot. You got a 1.
Being good. Oh,
Shit, dude.
Ingot's so slow, but that's okay.
You know, I thought about casting a protection on him because I felt bad that we were ignoring him last game.
I think he got
But I
on
didn't.
fire at one point or something. It was pretty bad. He was not having.
He
a good
was
time.
he was not in good shape.
So, so Brisket, I will say this: considering you have Dog's Grace on you, I'm gonna say that you are the faster of the tie for 17 on there. So
Oh,
I will give you that
nice.
over the priest.
Nice.
So, okay, we got all this. Then we got the Durgon right here, and we're just about ready. Wento, I'm gonna put you. At
So
the
there's
very
2
top.
evil priests on either side of the dragon. Am I reading this right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Got it.
All right. Oops, Azana, I want you all the way up here. The ladies went so fast this time around. Okay. Well, if you got any cool boss music, play it in your head, play it in your thing, because here we go. This is the finale. So, our heroes enter the hall here, accompanied by their large Yeti, as the Yeti attempts to shut the doors there, close off the the supposed arena. So, in this main hall, let's see, the ruined grand hall just has pieces of tables and barrels thrown everywhere, and it also is open to the elements at the very top of the ceiling. So you have you've got snow that's coming in from the top here. Some places along the walls and the floors have started to grow slick with ice, and you can spy an enormous pile of bodies in the far corner of the hall. And in the center of it, staring you down with a unsteady gait, is the large white dragon known as Talcularex, with 2 ghostly apparitions of that once dwarven priests just sort of hanging out by its sides. I'm not going to bother with checks here. You can actually see hanging around the dragon's neck, and it looks, about what, looks sized well enough for the dragon itself. Looks to be a green and black medallion that has that gives off just a very uncomfortable, or it's unsettling, the feeling you get when you get into this room. Chills run down your spines that are not associated with the cold. So, as you go in, you hear the pained and just angry roar of the dragon as the 2 priests turn to face you, and the party members start off. Wendo, you're up first.
Blasting that dragon in the face with my barrel.
Just
Sorry, what?
let's just do that right off the bat.
I'm blasting that dragon in the face with my barrel.
Ruining my face. Okay. So let's just count this off real quick. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You're about 50 feet away from this dragon. What do you mean by blast him with your barrel? like help me out here. What are you trying to do?
Like, roll it forward in such a way that I can, perhaps with assistance, kick it up into his face and have it explode in his face.
Can you run your max distance and then hop off the barrel and kick the rest of the distance or something?
Maybe have it light on fire.
I mean, I
since
can
it's
shoot
full of,
it.
alcohol.
Can you delay your
Yeah.
action so that way I can shoot it?
We could
I mean,
try.
I assume the barrel would just fucking blow up. I don't think it would be, If you're gonna set it on fire and shoot it with something while she's on it, it's not like it's just gonna set on fire with her continuing to be on it. It's just gonna blow up.
Yeah, I guess
You're
Can
gonna
I
have to
prepare
shoot
an action?
Real particular.
How does this work?
So if you were going to prepare an action, basically she she would like tell you what she wants to do, and then when it gets down to your turn, Rev, she would then go ahead and just do it, and you'd work in tandem with her. I mean, I'll allow it if that's what you want to try it. Sure, give it a shot. I'm gonna make you roll some checks for it, but you can definitely give it a try.
Yes.
Once
this
it's
is
like
definitely
out from
what I
under
want to-
her and in prime face checking region, I would like to shoot it.
Okay. I love you guys. Okay, so Wenho, let's consider this a hold on your action. Okay. So I'm just gonna type the word hold
That is
next
fair.
to you. I'll have you roll for the barrel rolling when you're going forward with it. So for this turn, Wenho basically goes up to Gerald and says, "Hey, idiot, I have an idea." And he goes, "We're calling an idiot." And then you talk with him.
Wizard.
I'm talking about the dragon, just kidding.
So, okay, all right, cool. You go ahead and prep for that. Let's move on to Azana. Azana, what's your first action?
Alright, let's see. Where do I want to move, first of all? I might want to go, like, right there. Over near the pillar. Not on top of it, but, you know. I'll just fall off of it, that's fine. You know, do some
Right
sick
there.
flips. Yeah, right
There it
there.
is.
There we
Okay,
go.
Shout out to Simple Flips.
Yep. And I am going to Eldritch Blast on this cleric and the dragon, because I get 2 beams.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me attack rolls for them.
Alright, you got it. Where's my d20? Right here. Alright, first one's for cleric. I got an 8 plus... What is it? My bonus for spellcasting abilities, so that's 7. I believe. Yes. So I got a 15.
Okay, that will hit.
And second roll is a 15 plus 7. So 22.
22 will hit the dragon. So go ahead and give me damage on both.
Ooh, okay. Time to find my d10s now. So what is that? That is a 7 plus 4, I believe, to the cleric.
Okay.
Just making double checking to make sure because it's been a while.
So
My charisma bonus is plus 4. I do have that pack thing that makes me able to do that. And let's see the dragon, in which I also rolled a 7 plus 4. But because an attack hit on him, I get the extra 1d6 necrotic as well.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the necrotic damage.
4.
Okay. All right. So the beams strike outward. One of them sailing into the shoulder of one of these spectral dwarves, who lets out a grunt, and another one sails into the dragon, hitting it directly in the chest. And as you hear it roar, you see that you've actually managed to blast away a portion of its scales, like right where the beam made connection. You can see like there's a hole right there. Not like a hole you can see clean through, but almost as if you had burnt off a portion of its scales.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
Kind of sizzling right there. And yeah, excellent work. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna move on to brisket.
Alrighty. Think here for a sec. I think I am just going to... Should I move? Should we try to take out the priests, or are we going to try to go straight for the dragon, or what? What do you guys think?
I was checking to see if my necrotic stuff worked on the dragon.
I think it's probably a good idea to kill
I
clerics.
think it's... Yeah.
Why don't, while
first.
Risket's taking his turn, roll me an Arcana check, just to determine how well you can perceive the effect going.
Sure. Let me,
You know that the hex was effective. You can feel that sort of connection, but I want to determine how well you can, see how it occurred, basically.
Righto.
So-
No problem.
The question is, should I just start beelining for the dragon? Or
I
the
got
priest,
a 1!
Oh no.
Did you even cast a
you
spell?
have no idea. Yeah, you're starting to wonder whether or not something has gone wrong, as if the damage had never been done, basically. Thinking like, shouldn't it have left like more of an impact? So, just want to make a little change. Okay. What's that Risket?
So, I could either move next to Azana to help protect her in the event of attack with my protection, or I can just move straight towards the dragon just to maximize that, because if I move straight toward the dragon, then by my second turn around, I can get up to the dragon and attack it. Whereas if I move next to Azana, it'll need to be an extra turn. I'm going to protect my friend and move next to... Is diagonal in front here within 5 feet, or is that 10 feet? Is that 5
That is
feet?
5 feet. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then this is the max I can move while still protecting her.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move here, and just for kicks, I'm gonna throw my axe at the dwarf, at the cleric.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I'll go ahead and give me that throw.
All right. I roll attack plus my charisma, or attack bonus plus 5. Yeah. So I rolled 18 plus 5, which is 23.
Yes, absolutely. That is.
And then damage type is 1d6 plus 2 slashing. Which one of these is a d6? Sorry, I'm bad.
It's okay.
It's the one that looks like a
it's
normal die.
fucking the one that looks like a normal goddamn die. It's I did.
Listen,
3
I
plus
make that
2.
mistake every time. Don't feel bad.
I rolled a 3 plus 2.
3 plus 2? Okay, so for 5. Alright,
Yep.
let me just confirm something real quick. Let's see. Okay. Alright. So the axe that you throw, you see that it makes connection with the spirit, with the spectral spirit there. However, it kind of looks as though how it would appear if like you threw an object through a thick mist, and like how it just sort of like sinks through, but there's no satisfying sound of a connection. So the axe clatters to the floor nearby. You see that the figure moves, as if to try to get away from it. It obviously makes a connection, but you don't believe it did as much as you thought it would do. So,
where did it land? Just out of curiosity.
It landed around where it's about 5 feet from.
Okay.
The dwarf.
Got it.
So okay, so
I want to lose my dog head shaped hand axe. So.
Gotcha. No worries. All right. So next up is going to be the priest, and I do have my phone right here. Haha. That was me. That was me, dog.
That was me.
You're
I was
really
voice
good at this
acting.
voice acting, man.
You're
Yeah.
really good at this by now. Holy shit.
Yep.
Guys, will you please give him a hand? Because honestly,
Yep. That was intentional.
I am just like blown away. All right. Just want to check something real quick. right. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, so the cleric off to the side here, the uninjured one, is going to look your way, Brisket, and it is going to the figure will point out its finger and fire off what looks to be like a thick black enervating ray straight at you. Let's see. What is your
boy.
AC?
My AC is 18.
Oh, 18. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's a tough boy.
That's pretty good. Let's see. I can't believe I'm asking myself that. Is this a D20? Okay, there we go. Let's see what we get. Okay, so the beam goes very wide and strikes against the wall with a sizzle. And that is going to move. Okay. I think I'm a little bigger. He gets pretty big.
I say he looks tiny.
Yeah, a little small. Let's go
Or she.
ahead and get these guys a little bigger. There we go.
He
We'll
is
just
a
kinda
dwarf.
sit right there.
They're known for being small.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess so.
All right, so that's going to be that priest's turn. Okay, here comes Talcular X. So, the dragon shrieks, looks down at the hole, and that's been burned away in its chest, and it snarls, looking out toward you, Azana, and you can hear the sound of the dragon slowly begin to inhale.
Oh shit.
Looks your direction.
That's my time to skedaddle.
Let's see. Should I unlock this guy? Okay. It's actually kind of weak. Alright. So. It is going to. I mean, it looks like it's in mid flight or whatnot, but basically it's like. It's. Bumbling is really the right term for it. Bumbling around on the floor. Its movements do not give away any form of grace here. You can definitely determine something's off with this creature. Something very weird. But it shifts and moves and pushes shit aside and tosses pieces of random stuff and gets itself into position. And it is going to breathe its exceptionally cold breath on you. So, let's see. How far can we go here? We're going to call this the origin point, so... it looks like I'm going to end up catching 3 of you here.
Fuck.
With Wento being just out of range. So the dragon will breathe in and then exhale an enormous icy blast. So this is the roll you don't want to fail.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
D20
Now,
plus.
is
con.
this where I could use my Sanctuary bonus action? It says you ward a creature within range against attack.
Let's see. So normally it would have to be something called a reaction instead of a bonus action. That would be something you would cast as your cast.
Yeah, I also continued reading it, and it says it doesn't protect against area effects, so never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. Is this Ice Breath? Is this an elemental attack?
It is.
Okay.
So I do recall you have that one
I have
reaction.
a shenanigans ability, which I fully intend on using, but I gotta remember how to use it.
Is it a spell or is
It's
it just
absorb elements and it's a reaction.
Okay.
2 elemental damage of some sort, and I forget how to use it, so I'm gonna have
That's
to look
okay.
that
I
up.
can look,
so,
I can look it up. I have my my handy dandy spell sheet.
also,
And
the
I
music
think-
is Shadow of the Colossus. Also, there was one winged angel at the beginning. Angle, yes.
This is first level or second or
It is a first level abjuration spell, casting time 1 reaction, which you take blah 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 blah. range self.
Give resistance.
Capture some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect and storing it for your next melee attack. You have some resistance against the triggering type of damage until the start of your next turn. The first time you hit with the melee, so I have resistance against it. What does that mean?
Resistance means you take half damage.
Okay.
So, Azana, do you have anything that's reactionary based or anything like that?
If it hits me, yes.
If it hits you? Oh,
Yeah.
like the Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like a physical or is it just whatever?
Let me double check it real quick.
Looks like it just says it damaged you. Yeah. Doesn't look like it has to be a melee attack or anything. That was looking at your card.
Yeah, I was just double checking with the player's handbook errata.
Okay. No worries.
Nope, just damaged.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throws, guys. Let me know what you got.
I got a 17.
That saves.
11 plus 2, 13.
Ooh,
That does not save, but you already have resistance from that. What do you got?
3 plus 2.
Ouch. Okay. Do you have anything to spend there? I don't know whose inspiration.
I thought, yeah, I know I had an inspiration, and I also had this blue die. I don't know if I can use that to any roll, or what.
That is a die you can use for an ability check. Yes, if you want to apply it here, you can.
But it probably wouldn't be high enough even if I rolled like the 8. So let's use the inspiration to reroll.
Okay, I'll take your inspiration.
And here I go. Much better. 18 plus 2, so 19.
Very nice. Okay, so Azana and Brisket will save, and you will take the half anyway from the resistance there. Let's go ahead and roll that damage. So, let's see if I want to be a jerk or I'll just be a jerk. So,
You're saying the dragon had some special ability against me earlier, so. Because Rev's a dick, I believe, was the ability.
oh yeah, it was my favorite.
Yeah.
That's my absolute favorite. Okay.
That is a lot of dice.
Okay, so those who save take 24 damage.
Wait, those who...
Saved, all of you saved, basically. I mean, Rev's taken half damage, so it's like he saved. So you all take 24 cold
Lord.
damage.
Okay.
24.
Jesus Christ, okay.
So,
And that's 24 with the save, oh jeez.
Is that 24 cut in half?
no, that
So-
was 48. I cut it in half and it's 24.
Oh,
my
okay.
Lord. Okay. What the fuck?
1, 2, 3, 4. It's 20. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4. I have 8 health.
I have 10. That was wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Um, An Arctic Fury just absolutely envelops you. It's like stepping into a blizzard after being indoors and having it all hit you directly in the face. You feel a little bit of it just sort of sapping at your muscles, almost as though it were trying to steal the very warmth from your body. You feel dirty after all is said and done, as the blast envelops you and you nearly fall to your knees, just absolutely shivering and shaking. But you manage to hold. All three of you do so, and even though you're much worn for the wear, none of you fell. So
Let's hope he can't do that twice.
this is one of the powers that takes chance in order to recharge it. So it's dragons are scary. All right. So
Oh,
that was
man.
its turn. It is now Gerald's turn.
But wait a minute, you did not do my reaction, Hootie.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Let's do your reaction.
Also,
So
thank
your
you,
reaction
BK, for the
is
resub,
the-
15 months.
So my reaction is Hellish Rebuke, which I can do for free because I'm a tiefling, and it is I get to cast it at the second level only. So it is a 3d10. So Hootie, if you could do me a favor, if you could make another d10 for me.
Oh yeah. Let's see what it's,
You can jack one of mine if you want.
Nah, it's okay. I made one for. Alright. Go right ahead.
Alrighty. Give me something good. I see, unfortunately, a 1, a 7, and a 2.
Okay, for 10 damage.
Yeah, it's 10 damage.
Okay.
But as I do so, though, I want to point at the dragon and be like, I told you I was gonna get you. I'll get you now, bitch!
Nice. All right. A wreath of fire just kind of like explodes around the dragon's neck, and Dalculrix, rears back, his foot literally gouging itself into an empty barrel off to the side as it tries to shake it off. Yeah. Oh wow! I didn't realize gift subs were a thing now.
Yep, they are out.
Oh,
That's cool.
that's very cool. Thank you, BK. And
Awesome.
also thank you, KY, apparently. I don't know who...
Well,
he gifted,
he
it,
gifted
to you,
it to me.
So I think
yeah.
BK, I
Thanks,
guess.
BK.
Get you now, bitch. Speaking of getting things now, bitch, Gerald, it is now your turn in Wendho, and you have concocted a brilliant plan, a strategy.
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna shoot the barrel. So you roll your thing to see if it goes there first, and then I'll try and hit it. I guess.
okay.
Alright, what do I have to roll? D20?
I don't know.
All right, so Jen, let's start with this. Give me an acrobatics check, and if you succeed on it, then we will increase the bonus on the barrel once more. Barrel rolling. So this is a pretty tough check now. So let's see what you get.
I
Damn,
rolled a
girl,
19.
that's gonna make it. I know you have bonuses.
What's up?
Hell yeah.
All right, shit. You now succeed in making that barrel roll at a 6. So, okay. So please describe this action. I really want to get the full impact of this. So you're going to be running at the dragon with the barrel rolling. How are you like catapulting it out? Are you like leaping off and kicking it? Are you, are you doing something specific? How are you doing? I'm curious.
I would say that at the beginning I start to roll really fast, but so fast that I'm not moving fast, but the barrel's moving fast underneath me, like Sonic. And then I sort of like let it rip like a Beyblade, and it goes flying towards his face.
Fuck.
It's better with the music, trust me.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Angelic choirs. It's good.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna want one more acrobatics check from you. Go ahead and take.
Okay.
It's a pretty tough check, but take an extra +6 from your barrel rolling, and then let me know what you get.
No, I only rolled a 2.
Shit.
Bam.
Not the end of the world. What would you end up getting with everything combined?
If it's +6, isn't that 8?
Did you have another bonus for acrobatics?
Oh, right. The bonus for acrobatics is 5.
Okay, that's still 13. So 13 rolling at him. I'll accept a basic hit on him from the barrel. So Gerald, what are you doing? You're basically
Okay.
waiting until the barrel connects and you're using a firebolt, or
Yeah, so sort of how this barrel over here in the other room caught fire, I'm just going to kind of go with the assumption that this one will also catch fire. So
Okay.
we're hitting him with the barrel, which will hurt, and then we're going to follow it up by hitting him in the face with fire, and hopefully that does even more damage, because then he'll also be on fire.
Okay. No, that's a great plan. Okay.
We're
how
trying
are
to
you
get an
setting him on
explosion going, I think.
fire? You're using firebolt,
Yeah.
or you're using your burning hands?
Firebolt, because I can't use any more level 1 spells. I have to use basic shit from here on out.
Okay. Alright,
So my spells say... Okay, so Firebolt says you hurl a mode of blah blah blah, make a ranged spell attack. So, is it trying to dodge the barrel? I mean,
The barrel itself, no, the barrel's not going to be dodging anything. So you're going to be hitting a pretty flat AC. I know what it is in my head. I want you to roll
Okay.
it, though.
and the bardic inspiration. What does that do? Can I use that?
Yes, that will allow you to add the total of that one die to whatever roll you'd like.
Okay. Can I
It's not
use
there.
that to make sure that I don't miss? This seems important.
No, that's great. That's
Okay.
actually what it's for.
Okay.
So,
Cool. I figure it's appropriate to use it now.
It'd be great if you crit here.
7 plus 2. That's not the best.
9 plus your... hold on, plus whatever modifier you normally use for Firebolt.
I don't know
That
what
would
modifier would
include-
be.
That would include your proficiency bonus, and it would
Okay.
also include your...
Spell
whatever-
attack bonus?
Yeah, that's the one. What is
Okay,
that?
5. So 5 plus
5?
7, right? No, 5 plus 7 plus 2. So 14.
14. That's enough. That is enough. Because it's a barrel, and it's a fairly large one that she's been rolling on.
Right.
Okay, so Wenho, as you have been rolling this barrel around, you've gotten a very good feel for how it moves underneath you. What you end up doing is grabbing onto a little bit with your heel. You kick it as hard as you can as you're walking with it, and it causes it to spin really fast, like a little fucking crazed blue hedgehog barrel. I don't fucking know, but it goes nuts underneath you, and as you roll it toward the dragon, you fucking launch it. You launch that shit, and you just kind of use the momentum of the barrel plus a bit of your heel, and you kick it up toward its face. The shot goes a little wide. You don't end up hitting him in the face, but it does smash against its left side, just off center mass. And as it does so, the dragon itself is going to take. Go ahead and roll me 2d6 for the bludgeoning damage of the barrel. And then Gerald, since you managed to hit the barrel as it went in, I want you to roll your firebolt damage
Right.
for hitting, and I also want you to roll an additional 66 explosive damage.
So I did.
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10? Nice. Okay.
So Firebolt does 2d10, so I rolled a 7 and a 3, so that's 10. And then you said 66?
6d6.
Oh,
for the
6d6.
6d6. Six
Okay, I thought you said 66, and I was like, well, we're done. Can you give me 6d6? Wait, do I have
sure
that
can.
many? What is this? What is
You sure do.
what is this? No, that's not it.
That's not. No. Dude,
Oh, there they are. I see. Okay.
the
So
red things in
10
front of
plus whatever this shenanigans is, plus whatever Jin did just now.
you. Yeah, you got it. I'm keeping track.
10.
17.
Beautiful.
So 27
All right.
from me.
So the barrel smacks into the dragon, who manages at this point to pull its foot out of the barrel that I had mentioned before, and it takes a crack, and the contents of this barrel just slosh all over the dragon, and then a firebolt just out of the blue straight into it, and you see bits of skin and scales that just start to almost like slough off of this dragon as you turn it into like a miniature fireball meets. It burns at an incredible rate. It almost looks like little mini napalm from just the liquid inside of it. You don't know exactly what it was, but it must have been some potent shit. So, it shrieks and stamps and flaps its wings as it attempts to get that out. It looks more haggard than it was before, and extremely pissed. Excellent work, by the way. That was very cool.
Yeah.
Took a couple of
Oh.
sessions to
All
build up,
right.
but that went well.
Yeah.
That was solid. I like that.
I also have to interject for a second
Yes.
because of the Hellish Rebuke and the Hex.
Yes.
Does that mean since it hit 3 times, I still have to roll 3d6 on top of it?
Now, is it a d6 per damage source, or is it a d6 per damage die?
Let's see, because
If it's damage die, then we're fucking it up.
Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack.
Okay, so it's
would it
it's
be an
using
extra?
it would be the one die because
One die.
because the spell itself is an attack.
Yes.
Well, it's a barrel plus the spell, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be 2?
Yeah. So go ahead and roll that necrotic damage.
Yeah. I just didn't want to forget about it. That whole one necrotic damage that it needs to do, okay?
Okay.
Every little bit helps. That's why I don't want to forget it. Because too many effects going on at once is...
You went through the trouble of casting a spell. Let's get the maximum effect. Let's do this.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I got one here. Okay, let's do... Alright, so the priest here is going to turn to... Let's see. Brisket or Azana? Who will it be? Let's do evens as Brisket. Okay, it'll be Azana. Azana, the shimmering priestess that is next to your battle corgi, is going to reach out a finger as she sees that you're a potent foe with much spellcasting potency. That was redundant. She fires a green ray at you. And what is your AC?
Let me check.
And she should get,
14.
And she also gets, or they get disadvantage because of my protection fighting style.
Very
It says
good.
when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be wielding a shield.
Okay. I'm rolling it twice. I am really sorry. I rolled exceptionally high on both of those. I rolled an 18 and then a 20.
Dang.
No.
I gotta
Yes, it
take the
wasn't
18.
a critical.
Then I'm guessing I can't use my sanctuary bonus action now, could I?
No, I'm afraid not, because that would be during your turn. The bonus action is just an extra thing you can do during your turn. If it was a reaction, you could do it then, on someone else's turn, basically.
Huh.
So.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, she ends up pointing like right between Azana's eyes, and is just about to let it burst. And you catch it just in time, Brisket, and you bring your shield up, and her finger just kind of moves down to center mass and strikes Azana. Azana, I don't know if you have any resistances against this, but you're going to take, if you do not.
I do have fire resistance.
Fire? Okay. Okay. You take 8 poison damage.
I am reduced to 0 hit points.
Okay. 0, I don't believe, is falling down. Not in this particular edition, but we probably should check and make sure that we're doing it correctly with. Okay. So, I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw. So you start.
8 plus 2, so 10.
Plus 2, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. As a failure there. Okay, so upon reading this, I'm seeing as you took the damage and put you down to 0, you are going to fall unconscious from that. So you hack up a bit of ichor, black ichor, as you feel faint, and you collapse down to your knees, and are just basically just barely hanging on, like trying to fight to stay alive. So
Now, if someone restores her hit points, does she just come back, or is she just knocked out for the rest of the fight?
No,
I'd
she
come
would come
back.
back. Yeah,
Hmm.
she would come back. That is what the priest is going to do. I don't really want to move at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead and stay there. Last up is Ingot. And Ingot, at this
will be
point,
right back.
was attempting to do a strength check on this door. I'm just going to go ahead and do that for him. Although, wait a minute. Azana, have you done anything nice for Ingot?
Have I done anything nice for him?
Just asking. Yeah. Do you remember any time when you've chatted with him specifically? Anything that he would remember? Anything like that?
I mean, I did promise him that I would help him no matter what.
I'm gonna roll die real quick. Let's see if I think you're in luck. So you see Ingot attempting to close the doors there, and as the battle rages on, the ice shoots forth from the dragon, and as you fall, Azana, for the green ray striking your chest, Ingot looks back with just a furious flare in his eyes, and immediately gives up the door and starts moving. And runs over toward the cleric. And as he gets there, Yeti will decide to attempt to beat the tar out of it. Well, let's see if he can manage to do that. Alright. Well, he gets those two. Okay. So, be immune to the chilling gaze, but he can still get the two. So. Alright. Roll that. That's a hit. And a hit. So Yeti will do. Okay. Alright. So he's going to try and tear into the apparition. He finds mostly wispy strands, but the figure does back off a little bit, taking 6 damage in the process. So, Ingot's now fired up and in the battle. If we had a little Smash theme for him, like Ingot's all fired up or something, we would put it right here.
Ingot.
The music's pretty fitting right now, I think.
Is it? Excellent.
Yeah, it's
What up?
weirdly working with what's happening. So.
Sweet. Well, excellent work. We're now on to round 2. So, Windhoe, it is your go. You see Azana has fallen from a green beam shot by one of the clerics, and the dragon seems to be attempting to compose itself as the battle rages on.
Am I back about where I started before kicking the barrel?
Yeah, we'll say that you that as the barrel was sailing toward the dragon, you took the time to back up again. So.
Okay.
Please
Can I
heal.
try charm? Well, my heals are. I'm thinking that it might be better for a brisket to lay on hands you overall, because my heals are a lot smaller.
Yeah, but if I get up, I can immediately use something to heal me, like 15 points.
And you just have to heal her back up to like 1, right?
Yeah, it's just 1. And my turn is next, so I'd just be wasting a turn of just... Do I die? Let's roll a failsafe. But it's all up to you.
Well, I'm thinking also, like, how charmable these priests are, because I could potentially charm one of them and have them heal you, assuming they have healing spells, and then we wouldn't have to worry about them being such little bitches either.
Look at that stuff. Roll me a quick Arcana check. Jen.
I rolled a 12 plus 2.
Your bardic
14.
knowledge. Okay. Your bardic knowledge suits you in this particular instance. You don't feel that charming would have any effect on things that you believe to be undead.
Oh, they're undead?
They're ghostly apparitions. It's hard for you to see them as much else. I mean,
So they're not humanoid.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I can use Healing Word. I can use it. Could use like 2 Healing Word. That's like 2d4.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that 2d4 at ranged, definitely. So you would just need to roll the amount.
Five.
Okay. Azana, you get 5 hit points back.
Alrighty.
Wendo, would you like to move anywhere during your turn, or do you have any bonus actions you'd like to take? Oh, snap. Healing Word is a bonus action. So you technically had another,
Is it?
spell.
Oh, well, then I can do something else too, I guess. Because oh snap, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it's still a first level spell, but yeah, it's a bonus action. So if you have another spell you want to rip, let me know.
Could I use Dissonant Whispers on one of the priests?
I believe that should be okay. So, yeah, you can try that.
I think you have to make a Wisdom saving throw, and then if it's failed, you take 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use your reaction.
Okay.
But if you save, you take half as much damage and you don't have to move.
Gotcha. Alright, alright. What was the save? Wisdom?
Yeah.
Snap Whispers. Okay, Wisdom saving throw. I'm rolling at that. And what's the throw I need to make?
Do you need my spell save DC? It's 12.
Yes. 12. I do 69. So is that half damage?
Okay, well, then you take half of 3d6, which I will roll now, and you don't have to do a reaction. Oh shit. 12.
12? Okay,
So
so 6
6.
psychic damage. Good stuff. Alright. Good work. Okay, Azana, you have 5 hit points now. You are able to rise back up. The healing words give you a little bit of a soothing reprieve from the poison ichor that you can still feel sort of just roiling in your body. So, for this turn, I believe, bless you. Let me just make sure what this is. Wait, it's not the right edition. What the Okay, sounds good, Jen. There we go. Conditions. Alright, so for this turn, Azana, you, just for this turn, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks as the poison has not left your body.
Okay.
So, but otherwise, it's your go.
Alrighty. Let's see. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can hide around the pillar again and get away with it without attacks of opportunity. And I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay. What does that do?
So I have a protective magical force that surrounds me, manifesting as a spectral frost that covers me in my gear. And I gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration, but it's also increased for every solid above first. And if a creature hits me with a melee attack while I have these hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage. And that is also increased by 5 for every slot above first. So that's 15 damage if they attack me with melee, and I gain 15 temporary hit points for the battle.
Okay. So you're using a third level spell slot for that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and just mark it down in some way that's the temporary hit points you have.
Yes.
Okay. So that was movement, a cast. Did you have any bonus actions?
I believe I do not have any bonus actions.
Okay. All right. Brisket, it is your up.
Alrighty. Okay. I am going to move toward the dragon. What could go wrong?
What could go
So,
wrong?
I want to move 1, 2. Wait, hang on. 1. Diagonals count as 2, right? Like 2 squares.
Every second diagonal will count as 2 squares, yes.
Every
So-
second diagonal.
So it goes
So,
like 5,
like moving
15.
diagonal here is just 1.
Just 1.
Okay, 1, 2. I want to move as close to the dragon's head as I can.
Okay.
I think I can get. I
Yeah,
can move like here. Well, it's not up there, but.
that's fine. Yeah,
You
just
know
move
what I
it
mean.
1 square lower, and
Yeah.
we'll see you around his
There.
head.
Okay, right there.
Normally it would be like the priest would try and take a swing at you because you're leaving their range, but this one doesn't have any weapons, so.
Oh, cool.
Just casting.
I was anticipating that too. I was like, all right. Okay, and then I'm just going to attack the dragon, and I want to aim at like the amulet that's around its neck, but really anywhere around its neck or head would be a great hit. So,
Okay.
but that's what I'm aiming for specifically,
You're aiming specifically for the amulet,
if I can.
if you can. Yeah, it is large enough. Yes, you can certainly try and swing at it.
Yeah, in that general vicinity at least. So if I miss, hey, I hit neck. That's fine. So,
Okay.
um.
Alright.
So I'm gonna do that, which I have, what's it called? Sacred Weapon, which adds my Charisma modifier to attack rolls made with that weapon.
Okay.
So, I swing. I rolled 17 plus my Charisma, which is plus 3, plus my... What is it? I guess that's strength, isn't it? Plus, oh no, plus 5 with longsword. So plus 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 17, so 25.
That yes, it absolutely hits, and you're going to strike it directly on the amulet's, thick chain. And so
Okay.
wrap it.
And in addition to my hit, I'm going to, if I can find my spot here,
Don't you
I'm going to
still have
use
Sacred
Divine
Weapon going?
Smite.
Okay.
Say again?
Don't you
What'd
have
you say,
Sacred
Ryan?
Weapon still going? And
Yeah,
does
that
do anything?
already applied it to
Okay.
the attack roll. Yep. Which I don't think it makes anything else unusual happen. No, it doesn't. Okay. Anyway, so then with my hit, I'm also going to use Divine Smite. If I could find it on the page. So in addition to the weapons damage, so I guess I should roll that first, right?
Yes. So what you roll the damage?
Okay. So that would be 1d8 plus 2. I think this is a d8.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 plus 2, which is 8.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use a level 1 spell slot on Divine Smite, which will give me an extra 2d8 plus 1d8 if the target is undead or a fiend.
Okay, so take the 2d8, and the only reason I'm not giving you that d8 is because you said you want to specifically strike the amulet. The
Okay,
amulet I
that's
can't
fine.
count as undead, but if you were hitting the dragon at some point, feel free to use that extra die.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna roll the 2d8 as well now.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is a d10. So
Oh shit.
here, why
My
don't you?
bad.
Here you go. There's 2d8 for you.
Where'd you put them?
Right.
Oh, these two.
Mhm.
2d8. That means an extra 6 damage. So I rolled 8 plus, I guess, 14 damage, I think.
14. Wow,
Uh-huh.
that's a good chunk. Okay, so here's what ends up happening. Brisket, you run forward and you run past one of the spellcasters. Trying to pass by with your shield on that side to deflect a blow as you go by. And nothing. But as you come back, you look up at the amulet and you swing as hard as you can at the chain that the amulet is connected to on the dragon's neck, and your blade finds its home, and you can hear it just right along the metal. And as you look up, the chain looks badly damaged and barely hanging on at this point on the dragon's
Cool.
neck. And as you do so, Tal'Kuli rucks up, like rears back with its wings flapping, and then it just stares you down.
Oh no.
You get the feeling that he's pretty pissed that you just tried to take out his amulet.
Well, I got some bad news for you, Tequila Rex, because I have an extra attack.
Is this the Tequila Rex?
Wasn't that the name?
No, no.
Tequila Rex?
Tal'Kuli Rex, yes, but it sounded like you just said Tequila Rex, and I thought you were like fucking riffing on him. I was like,
Well, I got bad news for you, Tequila Rex. Because you're going to take another shot of this longsword.
oh shit, what?
That's the name of... Okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm doing an extra attack because I get 2 attacks.
Right, that's right. Go for it.
So I attack again at the amulet. I rolled a 1, but I'm going to add... Ah, shit, is it worth using this blue die? Well,
It would make
I can add the blue die plus my charisma plus the weapon, so I think I can get it within hitting. So I'm gonna use this blue die.
I'll be nice and just say I wouldn't use that blue die because 1 is always a crit miss. It's a miss.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I missed. Never mind.
Yeah, you hang on to that one. Okay, so given the circumstance that you just went for, you look at it and go, I got some bad news for you, and as you rear back, Tal'Kuli Rex will shift its weight and slap you with a wing.
Oh, fuck.
However, I will give you AC for, what's your AC?
18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see how this... we'll go with that, okay. So he actually has a harder time to hit you with this. Oh, I need... Okay, good die. I rolled exactly what I needed to hit
Fuck.
you. So he does smack you with a wing. I want you to make me a... you have Dog's Grace on, don't you?
I do.
You do. So
Yeah.
I want you to make a dexterity saving throw, and you get advantage because you have Dog's Grace on.
Fuck
So-
yeah. Okay.
So
Here we
go
go.
ahead and take that.
I rolled
roll
a 16 plus 1, which is 17.
That is
Second
good.
roll- Okay. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's good enough. So you do not get buffeted off your feet as the wing slaps you. Instead, you will only take 5 damage as the wing slaps you for that. That's a pretty...
Alright.
It's a slap on the pop. I've ever seen one.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now, I mean, all those aside, do you have another bonus action that you want to do? Because those were really just your movement, your 2 attacks.
The only thing I have is the only bonus... let me check and see if I have anything else. Let's see. It's too late for this now, but since Thunderous Smite is a bonus action, could I stack Thunderous Smite with Divine Smite?
Oh, Divine Smite is a paladin ability, correct? It's not a spell?
I believe so. Yeah. You expend a spell slot to do radiant damage to the target when you hit.
Oh,
But it's not a spell, it's just an ability that the paladin has.
man, that's a good one. I honestly don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter now. Anyway, the only other bonus action I have is Sanctuary, which is within a creature within range, which there's nobody, so...
Okay.
Wait, no, it says range is 30 feet. Hang on. I want to protect... What's your HP, Gerald?
I'm at 10, but I'm about to heal. Assuming I live to my turn, I will heal.
Which you might not. Wait, I can't...
How are you doing, Azana?
You can.
I can?
You're
I
at 20.
have
Well,
20 HP right now.
So I'm actually the lowest right now.
Yeah, but I can change that next turn.
And to kill your ex, Talkir... I can't say it. Fuck it.
It's
the
okay.
dragon is probably going to attack me because he's clearly focused on me right now. Right?
He's clearly focused on you.
Yeah, I'm going to use Sanctuary on myself as much as I feel bad because that's so not briskety.
This is a particularly demanding situation. I would not fault you in the slightest.
Okay.
I
yeah,
think you're
I'm gonna
playing the
Sanctuary
role of
myself.
tank, you know? You've drawn fire from
Yep.
us to you, and now you're just taking care of yourself, because if you die, then we're in trouble.
Yep. All right. Then I'm going to use Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. I'm reading up on this, and I honestly think you can stack Divine Smite and Thunder Smite.
Wow, really?
I think you
I'll
can.
remember that for the next...
Now you're
Next
also
round,
blowing
probably.
like 2 spell slots to do it, but you can do it.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Brisket. That is your turn. All right. It is now the priest's turn. So, let's see. Oh. Okay. I think I went on. Okay. Let's see. We got this guy right here. Honestly, I'm just gonna roll a die to see who he focuses on right now. He's kind of without a target. Wendho, he spots you from the back, and he's going to attempt to cast a nasty little number on you. Let's see. That's actually first level. Okay. And oh, that's up to 3 creatures. Holy crap. Alright. Screw it. Azana, Wendho, and Gerald. I want you all to make charisma saving throws.
Charisma?
Alright, something I can do.
Oh, fuck!
Let's not love it.
This is going to get into range here.
That's just a d20, right?
D20 plus your charisma saving throw.
So,
Yeah.
9 minus 1, 8.
Okay.
Gerald is not a kind of guy that... He's not ugly, he's just really grating.
It's fine. Ladies, what did you get for your charisma saving throws?
12 plus 7.
Okay.
19.
How about you, Jen?
Well, I rolled a 7, but I don't know. Is it like, where do I get the other number?
It's your charisma modifier. Plus your proficiency, I believe.
If she has it.
Yeah.
She's got to have a charisma
I have
modifier.
plus 2 charisma modifier.
Okay, and I believe your prof is 3 at this point. I think you just barely succeed. Are you is your proficiency bonus 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just barely succeed. So the ladies succeed. Gerald.
Yes. 8.
Okay, so for 1 minute, sir, here's a black die.
Yes.
You're gonna roll that whenever you do your next attack or spell that requires a roll. Oh, sorry, attack, roll, or saving throw.
Okay.
And you're gonna roll that black die and take away from whatever it says on the roll.
Okay, and that's a D4.
So-
Okay.
Yes. So he attempts to instill an imposing will upon you. It's attempting to cause fear within you. and there's something in your lizard brain that just kind of goes off, Gerald, and you get kind of scared. It bothers you a lot. So you actually kind of avoid looking this thing in the eye as it stares you down, and you feel very uncomfortable now. But that is its turn. Next is the dragon, Toculorex, and at the moment it hates Brisket with a fiery passion. And it's going to attempt to try and rip Brisket apart.
Oh boy. Oh no.
So, Brisket, it is going to. All right, I'm gonna roll a die.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, it does not recharge its icy breath.
Good.
Oof, thank God.
Okay.
Praise the Lord.
So
We're
what is
fucked if
your...
it does that.
Okay, so you did cast Sanctuary, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see.
You ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so make a Wisdom saving throw. What's your spell DC?
That's a great question.
It's like the
13.
last page.
13. Okay, it does make the saving throw.
Dang. Okay.
So it will attempt to tear into you. So Brisket, what is your AC?
18.
18. Okay. All right. Let's see how it is. All right. Let's start with these, and we're going to do that. Okay. Okay. I have a miss and a hit, and there's one more. And you said 18.
Mm-hmm.
That is a miss, so only one attack hits.
Okay.
It is going to be one of its claws, so it's going to.
How bad could it be?
Well, let's find out. let's see how we do.
Okay.
So let's get in the dice tower, sir. There you go. All right, so Brisket, the white dragon comes up on you, and as you hold up your shield, you manage to bang. It bangs its claws against you. You feel some of its teeth trying to sink into you as you push away from your armor, and it does manage to get one claw in on your side. And as it does so, one of the nails actually breaks off and just stays embedded in your skin and comes straight off the dragon's claw. You take 10 damage.
Oh my fucking Lord. Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. It rears back, and it doesn't seem phased in particular by the fact that it just snapped one of its claws off in you. So it's waving it about as though it still had everything attached. And at that, the dragon will. So I'm just going to kind of move him a little bit so that it's at least apparent that something happened. Do this. And essentially what he is doing is the dragon will jump onto the wall itself, onto an icy surface, and it's going to just climb up and scale it and then look down at you. He's about 20 feet into the air now, on the side of the wall here. This wall right here. So, scaled up like that and looking down at you, and you're... and it just echoes throughout the chamber. And that is that. It is now Gerald's turn.
Okay, lots to do this turn. First things first, I'm going to use, as a bonus action, Keith's whatever the fuck I keep forgetting. Second wind, anyway. I think we can do away with the charade. I'm using second wind, my warrior ability, to gain some health.
You're a warrior?
What? I'm a fighter? When did that happen? It's almost as if this has all been bullshit. Anyway, second wind. As a bonus action, regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus my fighter level once per period between rests. So 1d10 plus 5 because I'm a 5th level fighter.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that second wind.
Okay.
Go for it, baby. Roll high. You don't want to roll low.
Okay, 2. Right. So 7.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So
Okay.
7 hit points.
7 hit points. Okay.
Yes.
The rumor comes out. Does Gerald his warrior? Good memes. Alright, and then I'm gonna follow that up with using Action Surge to cast Fireball twice. Once with that weird disadvantage, and the other time not.
Excuse me?
Action Surge.
You mean fire bolts, right?
Yeah, that one.
Gotcha. Okay.
That
Cool.
thing. Action Surge, take an extra action during a turn, blah blah blah.
Okay, cool. You said fireball, and I was a little afraid at first. I was like,
Yeah.
how did you do that?
2 completely different spells.
Okay, so
Go ahead and toss those firebolts at that dragon.
okay, so let's see. The darker of these 2 red ones is the one that's going to get this disadvantage. So I'm just going to roll all these at once,
Go for it.
and I'm aiming at the necklace as well. Again, just
okay.
like with the corgi, if it hits the rest of the dragon, whatever. But I'm aiming for the necklace.
Okay, alright, I'll go for that.
Okay. Alright, so 13 minus 2 is, like 11? And then 3.
Oof. Okay.
So the 3 is gonna miss. The 11 is probably not gonna hit either.
The 11 is going to, is probably going to sail past as well. I mean, unless you want to try and burn that, that blue die.
I already burned that last turn, actually,
Oh, you
so you
already
need to
burned
get
it?
rid of that, yeah.
Okay, it's
That
gone.
was to make sure that I hit with the barrel.
Okay, so, Gerald, you
You
summoned
didn't know that, KY?
No.
Yeah, he's
Where
been a
have you been? We had a discussion on.
That's
No.
why he's such a shit wizard, and he's really
No,
good. He has the most health out of the entire party at base.
Yeah, because he's a fighter that can cast spells that thinks he's a wizard.
I don't know if I was there for that, because this is like brand new to me. Like, it's not even.
I love
Normally, if
this.
I had forgotten, then like I'd be like, oh yeah, that's right. But in this case, this is like totally news.
Yeah,
So-
no, that was revealed the end of the second session. I'm fairly certain Jin wasn't there for it.
I know, and sometimes I leave while y'all are still talking. Maybe I wasn't. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, no worries. Yes,
yeah, no, he's
the
technically
secret is
a
out.
fighter.
Essentially-
He's an eldritch fighter. For the sake of, like, stats. For the sake of his own personal morale, he is a wizard.
Interesting.
So do I even want to bother with damage rolls on these? Because I got a 11 and a
No,
3.
You missed both of them. In your attempt to focus on targeting the amulet, unfortunately, they just go wide. And Talculirex actually throws one of them away, like basically like kind of like just lets it bypass him, and dodges the second one. So
This is a very chill song. It's not quite right. Let's try that.
all right. So yeah, you have you can move if you'd like. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next turn.
I think I'll move a little bit. What's my movement speed? It's like 25, and each of these are 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna move like here. So if there's another blast, you gotta choose.
That's wise.
Sorry, guys.
Oh my god, I have a cat on my desk. Can I have a familiar bonus, please?
There is good. Yeah.
Puppy, please.
A desk appears in front of Wenho. There's a cat upon it.
All right.
Familiar
I
bonus.
am done then. That was a kind of a bad turn for as many abilities that are once per day that I burned, but I'm not
Okay.
dead, so that's cool.
All right. Okay, so this one cleric actually has just one more trick up their sleeve, but it is a pretty nasty one. So, let's see. Given that it was Gerald's turn last, and yeah, I'm gonna go with the ones. Oh wait, the Yeti as well. So actually, I'm gonna roll between Brisket, Gerald, and Ingot.
Good.
I love how you always say it.
It's like a compulsion. I
Yeah.
tried not to. but it just comes out.
Gerald, you're gonna catch it. So Gerald, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. That one I might actually be able to do. Okay.
Oh man, cat, please.
14 plus my Constitution, 2. So 16.
Gerald, you go blind.
Great.
Your eyesight just completely fades, and you freak out for a good solid 10 seconds.
Things are going well.
And
Gerald
then it
says-
stops, because you actually made the save. I just wanted to freak you out a little
Oh,
bit.
good.
So-
Thanks. I was gonna say I'm gonna be very useless for the rest of this game.
No, you saved. You're good. Good.
That was
Alright.
almost bad.
I know how that feels to be completely blind. It's pretty scary, but you get used to it after a while. Oh my god, cat, please. No.
Good. So the apparition doesn't move any further away from the Yeti. These things, while they look to sort of mimic pain or feel pain, they don't seem to be. They don't seem to have any form of fear at all. They look like they're ready to just die for a cause. So next up is going to be Ingot, and Ingot is going to thrash on the same cleric that had taken down Azana. So Ingot, why don't we get you rolling with one attack and then a second attack. And that will be a hit and a miss. So that was... I gotta remember... Okay, so yeah, he deals another 6 damage to that particular priest. Who looks... The way you're telling, in terms of, like, I don't want to say the health of it, but, you know, just the overall shape of these apparitions, I suppose, is they tend to leave wispy trails, kind of like how you how when you were fighting these things on the airship, they started to just kind of dissipate after a while or turn to ice in those ways. So you're starting to see somewhat of the same effect. These things are starting to disappear in a way from having taken so much abuse. And with Ingot's finished, that will bring us to round 3. It is Wenho's turn. Wenho, you have the 2 apparitions ahead, before you, about 20 feet away. One of them engaged by Ingot, and you see the white dragon crawling on the wall, looking dubious and angry.
Anybody need any healing?
Yes.
Generally speaking, I think,
Okay.
yeah, if you heal pretty much anyone, especially KY, God, he's at 7?
7, yeah. Which,
Oh, good.
if Tequila Rex is still on the wall, then I might just heal myself too.
Did you just call him Tequila Rex?
Yeah.
It's gonna start
At this
calling
point,
you
I'm
Yeah,
doing it
his name
intentionally.
is just now Tequila
It's
Rex.
Tequila
now.
Rex.
Like,
That is
somehow
like
okay
a new
with this.
drink.
yeah,
Tequila
if
Rex.
it depends. If the dragon is off the wall, then I might attack it. Just just go for it. But if he's still on the wall, I'm kind of useless. So I'll just heal myself. But I am only at 7 out of 46. So
I think a Tequila
I've got-
Rex is like a screwdriver, but it's with blood orange and like tequila, and you chill it.
Oh god.
Good.
The word tequila just made my stomach just flip.
If someone who's listening to this wants to come up with an official cocktail or shot called the Tequila Rex, whoever comes up with like the best, most thematically appropriate and tasty one will win the contest.
Yes,
Yes.
Prize pending.
Special contest.
it'll make you feel really cool, and everyone will be happy about it. Post it in the comments of the video. It's an ice
We'll
dragon.
all
so
drink
you
all
know.
the different Tequila Rex shots for the post game for the epilogue session, and then decide on the winner.
There you go. All right. So Jen, you could theoretically move to any party member at this point and heal them without incurring an attack of opportunity, given the positioning of your character and others. So
Okay. Then I will move to Brisket
Yeah.
so that I can cast Cure Wounds, since that's touch. And if I cast it at second level, how much health do you have total?
Like my max or my current health?
Like your max.
My max is 46.
Well, I could cast it at third level,
Oh, dang.
and it would be like 3d8.
That would be wonderful.
I can do this.
Okay. Very cool. Alright, go ahead and roll
Just have
3.
to
Oh, sorry.
find my d8s, which are
D8s
not
are right
those and not those.
There you go. There's
These-
3 of them for you.
Oh, okay.
So, 3d8 plus your charisma modifier, I believe. Wow, that's good rolls.
6, 7, 7 plus my charisma modifier, which is 2.
So, 22.
Four.
Yeah, 22.
22.
Damn, so I'm back up to 29 HP. That's awesome.
You just got
Yeah.
healed on.
As Brisket perks up, he turns to Wendo with his tail just shaking like a mad dog and just starts licking her and says, "Thank you, miss. Thank you so much."
Oh god.
Okay, very good. So there was your action and your move. If you have a bonus action, like I don't know if you wanted to do another healing word, which you can do, or if you have any first levels anymore.
Does hang on, let me. Does anyone else want a healing word? Because I have like one that I could give out if someone wants more healing.
I think everyone's stable right now. Maybe wait for someone to go down. Because that one's the ranged one,
I
right?
don't think. Yeah, that's the ranged one, and I don't know
I mean,
what
will
else
you
I have
lose
as a
anything
bonus action.
by using it? Like, does it take up a spell slot?
Yeah, it takes up a spell slot.
And how many slots do you have?
Well, I just used my third level one. I've used one of my first level ones to cast Dissonant Whispers. I used 2 second level for enhance ability, and the other heal I just did of healing word to Marissa. And
Maybe
so
hold on to it then.
That's
Probably.
what I got. And no more bardic inspiration. Can't use Song of Rest.
Oh, wow. I think the music's actually done. Wow, okay. Hold on.
Wow, Rev, way to drop the ball.
Let's just go back to this one that went well.
There's something called cutting words that I don't know if it's an extra move or anything, or what exactly it is. It's like a additional feature that I have where I can like when an enemy that you can see within 60 feet of you makes an AR, AC, or DR, can use Bardic Inspiration, rolling a Bardic Inspiration die and subtracting the number. Well, I guess I don't have any more Bardic Inspiration dies because I gave them to other people.
Yeah.
This is like one that I would be able to roll if I had it.
Yeah, it would be like you being able to use it as a reaction. To try and like ruin someone else's roll. Yeah, you would have needed another inspiration die.
That's so shitty. I'll have to remember that.
It's kind of a fuck you, yeah.
I don't have anything else to do then, unless I want to maybe move. Can I move? Well, I moved forward, so wasn't that like?
Yeah,
What
you move forward about
bonus
20.
action or-
If you have any additional feet, you can move that. But that's about it. So, if you can move
Maybe. I think I can move like 30 or 25.
it's usually 30 for a humanoid. So let's go ahead and just go ahead and take 30.
30 feet. Move back here a little.
Okay, cool. Brisket, it is your go.
Alrighty. So, can I? Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It is his honest turn.
That's I'm just like, I guess I'll just
Oh,
die.
yeah.
Guess I'll just die. That's okay. What I wanted to do is I did want to get the wand of cure light wounds out of my bag.
Oh yeah, we have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of
I'm the one
important.
who had it. Yeah, kind of is. And I see at this point, we have Rev and myself technically having the lowest.
I'm out of ways of healing myself. Just as an aside, if you have ways of doing it, then
Yeah, at the same time, this is the only way to heal myself as well. So, I
let's
will
just
have
not
to
get
see.
hit again. How about that as a strategy?
Yeah.
I like it.
Can you give us a
so
rundown maybe on the health of guys in the area? Because maybe just killing someone would be a better use of that. 'Cause I think we can take anything but a dragon blast.
Yeah.
Do you have a range attack? We could finish off that amulet.
Of course I do. If I do, I want to get all the way in the corner over here, like all the way. And,
Okay.
I guess I could, I'll just blast, the amulet. See if it does anything.
Okay. Alright, go for it.
Here's a question, though. If I am, doing that to the dragon, and there's an object on the dragon, the necrotic damage does not get affected, correct?
It will not affect it in that way,
Yes.
no.
If you miss and hit the dragon, it would though, right?
Yes, what I'm essentially doing for this is it's a different AC for you guys to hit the amulet. It's harder because it's a smaller target. And if you end up missing it, I'm applying it to the AC of the dragon, but I'm giving the dragon a slightly higher AC because you're not intentionally trying to hit in that. It's not necessarily a, like, not necessarily like a, what do you call it, a serendipitous kind of thing where you're just like, well, I missed it, so he's wearing it, therefore I must have hit him. It's mainly kind of like there's trying to like twist its neck away from the blast and trying to, avoid it entirely. So
Okay.
there's a little more to it. But yeah, go ahead and make your attack rolls.
I don't know if that went off the table, it did not. And this one. So I got a literal 2. Plus, what is it? I think it would be 7.
For like 9.
Yeah, and that's 9. And the other one is 7 plus 7.
Okay.
I do have inspiration, but I don't know if I want to use it towards that.
I don't think a 14 hit on when I rolled earlier, so I would imagine that... Or no, I rolled an 11. And average AC, I think, is about 13. So this seems hard, so 14's probably not going to cut it.
Yeah, no, it's not going to.
Okay. Alright, in this instance, you fire off the 2 Eldritch blasts in an attempt to take the amulet off, but the shots go wide, unfortunately, and just sear up toward the wall. Falkilorix continues to sort of just like sidle alongside and on the wall, still looking a little shaky.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. If you don't have a bonus action, then I'll throw it over to Brisket.
Once again, I don't think I do, because I think taking an item out of my backpack is, not a bonus action. Or at least getting it.
Yeah.
Now, did you say earlier that the dragon is on ice on the wall, like it's clinging to a chunk of ice, or is it just
It's
Like,
mainly
how
just
is-
clinging to. It's kind of clinging to the wall itself. We'll
Okay.
just say that it looks to be like it can latch onto an icy surface.
Okay. Is any of it within? No, you said it's 20 feet up, isn't it?
It's about 20 feet up on the wall. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's at the higher portion of the wall. There, it's maybe between 5 and 10 feet away from the hitting its head on the ceiling. So it's just trying to keep distance right now.
I don't think there's much I can do to the dragon. I'm not sure what to do. I could. What's everyone's HP at? Let me ask that.
I could be better.
What's your HP at?
17.
17.
I'm the lowest.
I would heal Rev.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move. 1, 2. I'm gonna move right here. And I'm going to use where is it? Lay on hands. Or lay lay on pause. I can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level plus or times 5. So I heal you 25.
Okay, so use the full amount on it.
What the
'Cause
fuck?
I think you can.
I mean, I can.
Hold
I
on,
mean,
let
I
me
guess
see what
maybe
my
I should
max
save some
is.
of that.
My
Yeah.
max is 35 health, so
Oh, never mind.
yeah, maybe not go hardcore.
How much? Maybe where you're at? You said you're at 17,
Yeah,
and you're. Let's heal. Let's heal 13. So we'll use half of it on you. Bring you up to 30.
that's sufficient. That's way more than I need. Thank you.
Yeah. And I guess that'll be it. I'll ready my shield if it makes any difference.
Okay. All right then. Let's see. So this apparition right here is kind of looking around, trying to assess threats. It looks at the Yeti and determines that he might be a bit of a threat. So it's going to actually close the distance here to Ingut and try and reach out and touch the Yeti. So just checking his AC real quick. I'm afraid he's not abominable. Okay. It's not terribly difficult. And,
It's playing through
Oh,
all
there
the
it is.
old Final Fantasy music, so it's got some weird tracks in here.
oh gosh, okay. All right, so the apparition is going to reach out and it's going to grab onto Ingut, and you see just like this black tentacle of energy, just surge outward from the apparition, and immediately Ingut starts to yell and yelp as this powerful energy surges through him. He's going to take, 27 damage.
Oh my god!
So that's gonna bring Ingot down. Ingot's actually gonna collapse onto the floor and pass out. Jeez, I almost rolled maximum for that. That was insane. But yeah, the apparition just grabs and just starts almost like pushing the Yeti down, and it looks like such a diminutive little spirit to this enormous Yeti, but push it does, and then boom, Ingut just collapses to the floor. And it's a 4 Ingut. There you go.
They don't like being on their side.
They don't. All right. So yeah, that's what happens. So, okay. Next up is going to be the dragon's turn. I'm gonna roll a die.
We didn't spread
Alright.
out enough. We're dead.
So let's see.
I mean, it needs to recharge its breath still, and it didn't. It failed to do so last turn, right?
Yeah, but he just rolled for it again, so maybe. And he didn't go,
Oh,
he
it's
failed again.
recharged.
Yeah.
But he hasn't used. He still needs to wait until the next turn to use it, I think. Could be wrong.
We don't know
So, Tarkilrix will look about to the rest of you, and it's going to grasp at its amulet. And as it does so, you see the body of Ingot start to rise up off of the floor as a black whorl of energy begins to pulse and sway next to the amulet as it holds it around its neck. It's the damaged chain kind of just barely hanging on. And the body of the Yeti rises up, just about 3 feet into the air, and it's currently horizontal. And you see it's just about like encased in this black energy. And it's going to spend its entire turn doing this.
Wow.
That's probably fine.
So within those fleeting seconds, you see, chunks of hair and whatnot start to just fall off of Ingot's form there, and its muscles almost look like they're starting to wither away. Next up is Gerald.
He's probably okay. Shit. Okay. So I'm nowhere near the fuck anything, and my only ability the only spell I can cast now. Actually, I should be accurate. The only spells I can cast right now are Firebolt, Prestidigitation, and Minor Illusion. I'm just gonna assume the other two are fairly useless in this situation and just keep casting Fireball or whatever. Firebolt. Yeah. So let me reposition. I can do 25.
Yes, 5 squares.
Assuming that Ingot is dying and not being necromanced, where is the best place for me to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's bad. All of this is bad. I want to be, like, away from all of you, I guess. I bet this is about as away from all of you as I can be, actually. I'm gonna aim for the amulet again and just do 1 firebolt, because that's all I can do.
Okay, so you're gonna aim for the amulet?
Yeah.
Or we could... It's either that or just hit the dragon so it falls to the ground.
Should I just fuck up the dragon and try and fuck up whatever it's trying to do?
I don't know. Whatever you think's better, because if we knock off the amulet, then I think it'll make everything 10 times easier.
I think so. The other option is to start shooting the, how are the spirits looking? How wispy?
Both of them look pretty wispy-ish. Yeah, they've got kind of like this, like these tendrils of energy that kind of just like flit out of the, the top of their skulls, almost like the way a flame would dance in a campfire. So,
okay.
Yeah, it looks very odd. They look like they're still fighting on, but there's definitely taken a decent amount of damage.
So I can move all the way over to, like, right in front of this guy here. How do I... Was it ping, Ted? Yeah, I can move, like, to there, right in front of him, and just slap him around a bit as well. Should I take those guys out just for the sake of making sure that they don't add extra... I mean, they're pretty awful in of themselves. I mean, yeah, there's a huge-ass dragon, but there's also a ghost here that keeps fucking with us. So, what do you guys think? Try and do some damage to the dragon, or try and kill one of the ghosts?
I mean, I don't think we could damage the... Wait, how does damaging the ghost work again? Because the only thing I remember was...
It's been a while, but...
I just went through it.
I think magic is the most effective way. I think we
have
don't...
a lot of resistances to things, so they end up taking half damage for a lot of stuff.
Gotcha.
I can attack twice with my quarterstaff. I cannot do that with Firebolt.
Right. I don't know. I would maybe try to knock the dragon down, but that's just me thinking selfishly.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I mean, hopefully the dragon just ends it. So let's attack that dragon just generally. All right, so 18 plus, and that was like the most awkward roll, but 18 plus 5, and I do 2d10.
Okay.
Can I get a
second? You're attacking this one right here?
I'm attacking the dragon directly.
Oh, the dragon. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to aim for the necklace or anything. Like, my accuracy is not good enough to be able to, like, pull off that necklace shot, so I'm just gonna try and just kill the damn thing. If it's dead, it can't use its necklace anymore.
That's a thought. Okay. I see you rolled 18 plus 5 for the hit.
Yeah.
That definitely hits, so go ahead and roll
Okay,
damage.
and then I roll 8 plus 2.
Okay,
10
damage. Alright. Another singe mark, a few more scales that fall off, another shriek from the dragon as it attempts to do something with whatever it's doing with its damn thing. So,
break its concentration at the very least.
yeah. Do you have any bonus actions or a move?
There's nowhere good to move. Like, there's not. I can move 25, which is 5 squares. That puts me directly below the dragon or directly next to one of the apparitions. Or behind things. And I don't think I've got any more bonus actions left. Because I used Second Wind and Action Surge.
Alright. Okay. Well, if you'd like to stay there, that's okay.
Yeah, that's basically what I can do. If I get behind the pillar, is that gonna... Am I at an angle with the dragon still? Like, if it did an ice breath, would the pillar here that's right next to me do anything to protect me? Can I use it as cover?
You could probably claim cover.
Okay.
Off of it.
I will just move behind it then and get some cover and then just pop out every round.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
Anyway, that's my turn.
Gotcha. Okay, so this other priest right here. Let's see. Seeing a few other targets. Let's see if she decides to go for Brisket, Azana, or Wenho. Azana. So,
Oh, jeez.
so she's going to come over here. Did I move that the right amount? Let me insert. I don't want. No, I can't move that close. So the apparition is going to find you over there in the corner, Azana, and she's going to attempt to. Okay. Let's see. Let's try this. Zana, as she approaches, you look at the this creature's face, and you see. Let me see. You see the image of a spitting image of the face of your father in this creature as it comes forward, with his jaw distending and just pulling and just going in all directions. This yawning maw of a thing, and it just shakes you to your core. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. Let's hope it's something good. Two plus 4.
Okay, yeah, that's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's take a look real quick. Alright, Zana, you feel your muscles start to just freeze as you look into this horrifying visage. For the moment, you were considered frightened. And, oh wow. Okay. What was the roll you made?
I rolled a 2 plus 4.
Plus 4? Whew. Alright. Azana, weird question. How old are you?
Let's see. Did I write that down? 25.
Okay. So your bones feel absolutely just frigid, and your muscles start to tighten, and you feel this horrifying feeling of your skin starting to become slightly more leathery. Your joints start to hurt. You actually age 20 years in that moment.
Jeez.
As you feel your life force just like evaporate. You take a breath and it feels almost difficult to draw at that moment. And still that face persists. While you are frightened, you are still able to attack other things, but you can't move any well, I mean, you're already stuck right there. You can't move any closer.
Corner, yeah.
And if you try to attack... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. So, in this case, I would allow you to at least attempt to get away from it. Putting you in a corner like that is rude. So, but yeah, that's the description I'm going to give you for the moment.
Okay.
That is going to be its turn. Ingot is down. Does someone want to roll me a death saving throw?
What do you need to roll?
Great. Who's been rolling
Just
good?
roll me a d20. Someone roll me a
Alright,
d20 for
doing
Ingot.
it. I rolled an 8 for Ingot.
Ingot will
I
take
believe
one.
this is the base boosted version of one of the Final Fantasy boss fights, because I can't imagine it actually sounded like this. Jesus Christ.
Ingot gets one failure for his death saving throw. So we're back at the top of the round with Wendho. Wendho, it is your go, and things are looking a little grim. What will you do?
Okay. Is there any way that I can, like, break the concentration on the priest that's trying to fuck with Marissa right now? If I cast a spell and it hit. If I used Dissonant Whispers on it and it worked, wouldn't he have to stop? It?
If you did enough damage, I might give it a. I might force it to make a check. Sure, I can give you that. It will require you to hit with Dissonant Whispers and then deal. I'm gonna say at least 60% of your max damage with that. If any lower than that, it's not going to be enough to try and break concentration.
Okay, well, I could cast Dissonant Whispers at level 2, which would give me 4d6 instead of 3.
Okay. All right. What is your spell save DC again for that?
12.
12. Don't think they have very good saves, so let me just double check. Okay. Roll. Here we go. That is a fail. So full damage. All right. Need to see at least 60% to do a concentration here.
16?
16 is well over 60% there. So yeah, 16 damage is automatically going to go to that one. It looks like it's just about ready to evaporate as you project forward at this apparition with your psychic force. You see it almost like the entire shape of it like waver, just like you disturb the entire being of this thing. And it lets out a howl, and in that moment, Azana, even in your boot-shaking fear, you see the face of this creature like revert back to that of an angry dwarf woman, and the wisps flying off her. It looks like she's ready to come apart at any moment. So, Was there another thing Dissonant Whispers did? Must immediately
Yeah,
use reaction.
must immediately use reaction. Move as far as its speed allows away from you. So you'd have to go away if you can, I guess, or...
Wow, so it's like you re-feared it. Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So the spirit will immediately vacate that area and run as far as it can from you. It turns around and stares directly at you, Wendo, completely forgetting Azana at this point. Almost looks like she doesn't exist. Yeah, excellent. Very nicely done.
About all I can do, I think. Besides move. I think I could move. Can I?
You can move, yes.
I kind of want to, like, hide behind something. Like, over here. Where the dragon can't kill me with dragon breath. Kind of hard to maneuver these squares, but...
It's okay. Doing well. Alright. Yeah, if you don't have a bonus action, we're going to throw it to Azana. Azana, you are... I will say you still feel as though you've aged dramatically just in those moments, and that you're still shaking. However, given how this is positioned, I'm gonna say that at this point it's broken line of sight just because there's so much shit in the way here.
Okay.
So I will give you that for the moment.
Alright. If that is the case, I think I'm just going to try to attack the amulet again. Might as well try to do more damage to it to see if it can break it.
Okay. Alright, so 2 more Eldritch Blasts at it?
Yep.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll.
Alright. Dice, please don't fail me now. Give me shit rolls. Alright, so I got a critical failure for one.
Oh, good.
And I got a 15 plus 7.
Okay. So... I'm trying to think here what would be a good thing to do. You know what? For the sake of ease, we're just gonna say the one just like ricochets off of a wall, scorches like right near Brisket's feet, but doesn't end up hitting him.
Alright.
Actually, no. Reroll that die and see if you get like a 20 or something. If you crit on that, then you're gonna hit him.
13.
Okay, we'll say you didn't hit him.
Okay.
All right. So the 22 will hit that amulet. Go ahead and roll your damage for Eldritch Blast.
Oh, good.
Alright. 9 plus 4. 13.
13. So the second bolt careens forward toward the amulet and shatters the chain around it.
Yay!
And as it does so,
Yes.
the amulet swings away from the dragon's neck. And you see in slow-mo as it shrieks, trying to grasp at it with its filthy, broken claws as the amulet tumbles down and smacks down onto the floor. And as it does so, you see the wisps of these 2 dwarves in front of you suddenly just... they disappear.
Good.
And you can hear further commotion in the doors behind you as these other spirits that seem to be leaving this realm. And as the amulet collides with the floor, you see that Talkilurix up there is now thrashing. It looks ready to like push itself directly off of the wall, like it's ready to spring down at something. The body of Ingot, now with the amulet having collapsed to the floor, the black energy around it just kind of evaporates, and his body hits the floor. He's still unconscious. But yeah, that was a very good shot.
Good job,
work.
Emma.
Excellent job.
I've been risking this overhealing this entire time, and I'm very scared still.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any other action? Bonus or movement?
Nope. I will stay in the corner, very, very far away, on purpose.
Okay.
It's looking to pounce.
Yeah.
Bris-
It's
yeah.
going to go into the corner, if anything. Come
Brisket?
at me.
It is your move.
Oh boy. I'm sorry, I might have just missed it. Is the dragon still on the wall or is it on the floor now?
It is on the wall still. It looks like it's ready to come greet you.
Okay. Has my sanctuary worn off? It lasts for 1 minute. I assume
no, it is still active.
Oh, it is. Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I think a round of combat is like.
Oh, I've got an idea. This is a very brisket thing to do. I'm gonna rush up to Ingot, and I am going to use the rest of my lay on hands on Ingot. Lay on pause.
Very nice. All right.
Yeah.
So that was 12 points remaining.
Correct.
Okay. So Ingot will rise next turn with 12 hit points. Sees, black misshapen eyes gonna open up. Hey, doggy.
Welcome back, boy. That's what he says. And then bonus action. Can I use Sanctuary again on somebody else?
If you have the spell slots open for it, yes. Sure.
No, I don't think I will. I think I'm just gonna raise my shield,
Okay.
and
Alright.
that will be my turn until that fucking dragon comes down.
All right. So let's see who poses the bigger threat. All right. So I'm gonna roll. to see which group he attacks. One of them is Azana. The other one is is Ingot and Brisket, and the other is Gerald and Wendho. Azana, you have a slightly higher chance of being targeted because you just destroyed his amulet. So let's see
I'm
what
aware.
happens. Okay. All right. Let's see. That will be. I think that works out. Oop, don't drop the dice, guys. Okay. All right, here's what ends up happening. Tarkilorix on the wall looks like he's about to spring forward, and what he ends up doing actually is the wobbly gait that I've been describing beforehand, this sort of this off-kilter, loss of dexterity, actually sends the dragon sailing toward this pillar right here that Gerald's actually fighting behind.
Good.
I didn't even think about that, but it's what ended up happening. Sorry, dude. Whoa, I didn't do that. All right, so
It's not going well.
so here he comes. He's actually going to surge forward, and Gerald, I want you to make me a quick dexterity check.
Sure. I'm glad I hid behind this pillar to prevent me from taking any damage. I rolled a 9 plus my dex, which is 1.
I'll be fair. You took the initiative to try and hide behind something. Take advantage on it. So go ahead and roll it a second time.
Okay.
Take it higher.
9 plus 1 or 7 plus 1.
Oh, sorry.
So 10.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, so part of the pillar ends up coming down on you, Gerald, as it crashes into it. I'm going to deal you a little bit of damage. It's going to end up being 4 damage to you.
Okay,
As
that's
a
fine.
big chunk of pillar comes down, nearly clocking you on the head. Wendho,
Is the audio mixing that bad? I can fix things. Just let me know it's on.
Wendho, you take 2 damage from a rubble that falls down as well, since you're within that area. So 2 damage to you. The dragon itself is going to perch onto the wall, and let's see, what does it actually have here? Well.
Oh. My audio is fine. Let me put it back to what it was. What's
Okay,
going on?
it's just going to attack twice. It's going to divide its attacks between the both of you.
Okay.
All right. So this one is going to attack Gerald, and this claw will. Oh wow, that is a critical failure.
Yay!
So definitely does not hit. Wendho, what's your AC?
Let me check. My AC is 13.
13. Okay. So he does hit you, and it's going to deal. So 6 damage. 6 damage altogether. Another one of its claws just kind of comes off as it cuts into you. This one doesn't embed itself in you or anything like that. You just notice the claw just like clatter to the floor, a bloody like chunk coming off of it. At this point, this dragon looks like pieces of it are just starting to fall off for no good reason. It looks disgusting and, in a word, decaying. Let's see. Who's closest? Brisket. Why don't you give me a perception check?
Okay.
Lots going on, but I want to see if you notice something.
I rolled an 18. Juggling windows here. An 18 plus. Is this with my nose by any chance?
No.
Perception. Oh, 18 plus 4, so 22.
Okay. You notice that the large, bulbous piece of the amulet on the ground is still surging with that energy. You look at it and it's still like whirling around. So that is what you notice. That is going to be Talculorix's turn. It's going to be Gerald's turn next. Gerald, you're looking up at a big ass white dragon.
Am I fairly close? It seems like I would be at this range.
Yes. The fact that he attacked you means that, yes, you were within range.
So I am
It's just
within
a
range to hit it.
Yes.
I can punch it.
You could punch it.
I mean, I'm not going to because that's like the least effective thing I could do, but like...
I was going to ask, like, you have a better thing, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do have better options, but... what is this?
Don't give him a chance.
Okay. I can attack with my quarterstaff. I mean, my mage staff. And I'll do so. Because I think that's... I'm not going to punch the dragon. I'm not going to be able to do any damage. You do, like, 1 if you're not trained. Plus dragon armor. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'd rather... Oh, fuck.
Okay, so one of those is a critical failure.
Yeah, and the other one is that plus... where's my attack damage? 6. 6 plus 10 and critical miss.
Attack damage or to hit?
To hit.
Two different. Okay, so that hits. The first one's going to hit.
Okay.
So
and
go ahead and
so
roll
that
damage.
does... music just... Oh, no, it's fine. It's just a quiet song. I do 1d6 plus 5.
Let's cut him out and go ahead and roll it.
So 4 plus 5, 9.
9. Okay. Good. All right. So you bring your staff down onto the dragon's head, and you leave a nice little scar. As you swing the second time, Talculorix is ready for it, and he bites down hard on the tip of the staff. I want you to roll me a d20, and I want you to roll as low as you possibly can.
Okay. I can do that. No, fuck.
Man, it'd be so cool if you could, like, react and shoot something out of the top of that staff. That'd be awesome.
That would be
Yeah.
really cool.
17. You said low, right?
I did say low. You had a specific kind of crystal that was on the tip of your staff.
Yes,
right?
I spent a lot of money for this staff. It's basically everything I spent my money on in character
It
creation.
crunches the
Good.
gems straight off the top of the staff.
Great.
Oh no.
It's like an amethyst or something. I forget. I think it's a blue crystal, so it's probably like, I don't know, but still, fuck.
The weapon is essentially still working, but yeah, it's pretty much destroyed the entire value of it.
Oh.
So I don't know if that staff meant something to
Is
you.
morale damage a thing? 'Cause I would like to take some.
I mean, you could get angry over it.
I mean, like, that was given to me by Keith. The Keith. And so now, my you know, the most basic way of describing what a wizard is has been injured. I'm very upset.
Okay.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna collect
what?
my dice. I can't do anything about it right now because that's how much I can do on my turn, but you know.
Gotcha. All right, it's Ingut's turn, and Ingut is fucking pissed. Ingut gets up and barrels at the dragon and literally jumps on top of it and tries to rip, bite, tear, do whatever it possibly can to hurt this
Oh
thing.
shit.
It is pissed. You don't quite know exactly what it was doing, or rather what the dragon was doing to it, but you've not seen him this angry ever. And you've been watching him fight. So, let's see. Claw attacks. That's... So he needs at least that. Okay. So one attack. That's actually a miss. That sucks. And that one will hit.
Thank you.
So, okay. And we're gonna deal no cold damage because he's immune to that. But he will deal 6 damage to the dragon as he attempts to rip out whatever he can. And Kilrick starts to thrash as Ingut gets on top of her. Ingut's roaring, the dragon's roaring. You know, it's 2 monsters going at it at this point. And it's up to the rest of you to see how it's going to keep going, because we're going to move on to the next round, and that's going to have Wendo there. I think Jen just said she needed to... She was going to BRB, so... Wait for her to come back.
Why don't we... Can we take a
We can take a
quick
break.
BRB? Because I need to go.
Yeah, I gotta pee.
Oh yeah, go for it. You guys pee. Go ahead. Let's get to it.
Alrighty. BRB.
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 I'm gonna put up the BRB screen so that you guys can read things, and then it'll let you know if you haven't done D&D before. This will help. I'm gonna turn off the music though, so that way we still have music to return to. It's like, oh my god. Oh wow, that just clicked to that point. Okay, this one then. Okay, we'll be back. Give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna run a 2-minute ad in the meantime. See you guys then.
Okay, you go ahead.
I'm muting myself, but not y'all, so y'all have to do that yourself.
Okay.
It's okay, you have me, Hoots.
Mm-hmm. I do, Rissa. You got everyone else here too. I hope you guys are having a nice time hanging out with us for the season 2 finale of the D&D adventures here with the Vinesaucers. As far as the future, we're going to take a break after we wrap up for tonight. I know I've had and I've had at least Rev and Rissa say that they possibly want to do some different characters who want to come back for season 3.
Oh my god, I have my character ready for season 3 already, and it's another character I'm already using in another campaign. Some of you might be familiar with Dag already. I've talked about him and his crazy adventures in my stream.
I'm curious now. I want to meet this Dag.
Oh, Dag is a blast. Like, I don't want to reveal anything, but I'm keeping it pretty similar.
Cool. Very nice. So I think what's going to end up happening, guys, is what we'll probably do is we'll take a break, obviously. We're going to take a break through the rest of the year here. We got the holidays coming up and other things that are going to be going on. I know last year we did Secret Santa like just after the New Year or whatnot, but who knows when we'll do it this time around. Whenever we get everyone.
Yeah, we need everyone all signed up first.
Mm-hmm.
Which
So-
means I need to nag KY about it, because he still hasn't said anything.
Mhm.
And Jen, actually.
There we go. So we're going to get that going, and then, holiday stuff, and then I'm gone to AGDQ for the whole week after the new year, and then around the 20th of January is when I'm going to start thinking about the 2018 charity event with a lot of the volunteers. So probably sometime in February, maybe, if everyone has the time, we might do some fun stuff. I know that I had a couple one-shots that I wanted to try, really silly ones too, just for some fun. But then who knows? Maybe we might be able to come back and do some more 5th edition, and maybe explore some new characters.
All right,
I always
I'm
love
back.
seeing all this stuff. Hey, what's up, dude?
Not much. What's going on?
Everyone is Vinny round 2 win. Oh man, we need to do that.
And we need to get
Oh,
back
yeah, there's
to
so many
Murderfuck.
Wait, what?
We need to get back to Bjorn Murderfuck as well.
Oh yeah, Pure Murderfuck. That's right. We have to get back to him.
A lot of people
wanna
have been
finish
like,
that up.
"Where's my bisexual punk cheerleader?"
Punk cheerleaders.
I'm back.
You should definitely see how that goes. Whatnot. Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking about how we're going to be taking a break after tonight. Holidays, everything, plans and whatnot. Maybe look around February or March of next year and see what we're all doing. If we all want to get together and either do some silly one-shots just for fun, or if we want to try and do something then. That way
Yeah.
we can all just take a nice break.
Shorter ones might be better, just for the sake of making sure that we can do it, and also for you not trying to make the most long, epic, stress-out hootie adventure possible.
This just kind of kept rolling on. I really had kind of, I don't know. I tend to bite off a little too much when it comes to initial openings, especially with something like this. But
So we should have
Yeah, I
as
think I
few
agree.
initial openings as possible then.
I guess I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know, man. I'm just winging it. I literally didn't plan it all tonight. So
You know what's supposed to happen generally.
what?
You know what's supposed to happen generally, so
Well, sure.
that's all that really
I mean,
matters.
Well, yeah. I wrote an outline 6 months ago
Yeah.
based on that, and I've just been kind of following that.
But I
And,
mean, I was reading something earlier today that said, every DM thinks that it's going to be Lord of the Rings, but it ends up being, It's Always Sunny
Order of
and
the Stick. Always Sunny. Yeah, that actually does work pretty well. I was thinking Order of the Stick. Kids running around hitting each other and screaming.
yeah. It's never high fantasy as much as it is trying to herd cats. There was some horror story about someone who explained that it was a pit of poison. They'd seen that things had died in it, and for whatever reason, one of the characters were like, "You know what? I think we should get in that." And it was just like, and thank you, Captain Ethanol. That was fuck that game. Fuck that game hurt. That was a brutal game.
Oh man, Doki Doki. I was so mad at myself because I had this great idea, dude. I was gonna try and bug Norix to replace all of the section on the Buru for your images to
Oh,
just
fuck
be
you.
Monica. Because I just thought, oh, that would be amazing. He just open it up one time and all he would see is that. And
It's
he'd
just
freak out.
Monica.
Just
was-
Monica.
Emotional and tonal whiplash, the game.
Yeah, it really was.
Just oh, this is this. I'm not going to spoil it, but this is, not what I thought it was going to be. And then that happened again, except for this time with more panic.
I'll be honest, I got some sympathy pains in some ways.
Yeah.
Watching people play through that. It was kind of awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought about that. That's actually the whole reason I messaged you on Discord. I was like, "Oh, what do you think of it? Are you gonna finish it soon?" Because I was gonna try and bug him to see if it could.
Fuck you. Yeah,
It would
I
have
wanted to
been
make
great.
sure that I thought you were just like really into it because sometimes there are games like that you get into and you're like, hey,
You know, it's really weird because I didn't honestly expect to want to know more about it. Like I read the synopsis of it after everyone had started to talk about, the warnings. So I read a synopsis of it and I just thought, oh, this is disgusting. I don't actually want to watch this. This sounds horrible. And then I did something I almost never do. I went onto Twitch and I looked for people that were playing that game.
right.
And I started looking at it and then I was like, okay, well, where are they? Well, okay, maybe I just want to see a little bit. Just a little bit though, not like a lot, not like the dumb stuff. And then I just kept going. I ended up like finding a whole nother stream to watch just based
Right.
on that.
It's
yeah.
it's good. It's just very emotionally taxing when you didn't expect it.
Yeah, I agree. Jen, you back? Is that you, Jen?
I'm here.
Hey, so in the interest of making sure we get all through all this tonight, let's go ahead and keep going. It's your turn now. We're at the top of the round. So, recap: Gerald just tried to hit the dragon. He ended up getting his staff kind of partially destroyed. Ingot got back up and is now attacking the dragon full force. And the rest of the spirit things are gone, so it's pretty much just you guys on the dragon.
I guess I'll use Dissonant Whispers on the dragon.
Okay. Snow Whispers, you said your save is 14?
12.
Oh, wait, really? 12?
Yeah.
Your bonus is 2, right?
Oh, are you supposed to add my proficiency? Wait, what bonus?
I think
With my charisma is 14.
Okay, that sounds a lot more likely. Okay. Sorry, he does make it, so it'll be half damage.
Still. What is Tequila Rex? That's the dragon.
7.
7 for the half? Okay. Alrighty. Okay, let's, I'm gonna do something real quick. Just give me 1 second. Alrighty. So, you throw out your psychic forces once more, Jen, or Wendo, and you attempt to pierce the mind of this dragon. And, it shrieks and howls and tries to, like, bang its head, from side to side to shake you out. All the while it's trying to fend off this Yeti that's threatening to, just bite enormous chunks out of it. And this dragon is looking pretty awful at this point.
Good.
It's very, very weary. Next up is going to be Azana.
Alrighty. Would it be possible for me to move, like, behind the barrel or anything like that?
Yes, I will say that's appropriate. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna be like this. Don't worry about it. And, I think I'm gonna cast my, my blasts at the dragon. Let's try to hit it some more. Run away and hide.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and roll your Eldritch Blast.
Alright, I got a 6 plus 7 and a 13 plus 7.
The 13 plus 7 what?
Alrighty. So at this point, let me roll my d10. I get 7 plus 4. So 11, and then the additional necrotic. An additional 1! Hooray!
Hey, whatever.
Okay.
Free damage.
Hey,
So
take
how
it.
much? So how much was it overall?
That's 12 total.
Good. All right, it catches another blast on the wing. This time it perforates the wing. It just goes straight through and sears the creature on the other side. Yeah, it just keeps thrashing, keeps screaming. If you have no bonus, then we're gonna move to brisket.
Yep, no bonus.
Okay, so here's my dilemma. I want to do like all the damage to this dragon, but you very specifically pointed out this amulet on the ground to me specifically.
I pointed it out because you were closest, and you noticed that it was still doing something. So.
See, that's my dilemma.
You had a good feeling about the amulet the first time round, and it does seem to be doing worse because of it. You know.
And it makes me wonder if we like destroy the amulet, maybe will Tequila-Rex be like freed from something and become a good dragon?
I think he's dead. I think he's been resurrected. That's my guess. Like, that's what that amulet seems to do. It seems to resurrect and or kill things, right? That's all we've seen it do. Like, the ghosts are gone. Ingot is not in a great spot because of whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I could do a lot of damage to this dragon right now. I think. At least, yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do.
That would be the amulet.
Yeah. Let's I guess we will. You said it's a white dragon. What does that mean?
I don't know. Oh, they were talking about whether it was like a bone dragon or if it was like a lich.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a white dragon.
Okay. Man. Yeah. I think I'm going to... Well, where is the amulet, first off?
I'm going to place the amulet at about... let me roll a die real quick. I'm gonna get up. It is on this square right to the side. Right here.
Yeah, it could get close enough. Alrighty. I kind of want to try to destroy this amulet as much as I would love to attack that dragon. Just makes more sense for Brisket to want to... Like, if this amulet is somehow controlling the dragon or making it evil or keeping it in a state that is just awful, Brisket would want to destroy the amulet rather than just killing the dragon. So, I'm going to run over to the amulet. I'm going to smack it with my longsword.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get an attack roll. The amulet is no longer on a moving target, so it's going to be easier to hit. It's just...
And I still have a sacred weapon?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Alrighty.
So, as long as you don't roll, like, super ass, you should be able to hit it.
7! Which isn't great, but that's 7 plus 5 for my weapons, that's 12. Then my charisma is another 5, which is 17.
Yes, that will hit the amulet. Okay.
Okay. Should I burn one? I have 4 spell slots left. I could burn one on Divine. Wait, no. Hang on. Let's try, just for a change of pace. I know we used Divine Smite already once, and it didn't do anything additional. So Thunderous Smite, which does thunder damage, might do extra damage because it's like metal, maybe?
It might be worth it just to see what it does if you smack it.
Yeah, just to try it, even if it's not as optimal. So, well, then again, this is a bonus action. It says the first time you hit with a melee attack during the spell's duration. So wouldn't I have had to have cast it first?
One more time?
It says the first time you hit with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration. So doesn't that imply I would have had to cast it before attacking? It's a bonus action.
It is a bonus action, however, so you can cast it as your bonus and then use it.
Okay. So I hit, and I'm going to include Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
An extra. Okay. So first is just my weapon damage, which is 1d8 plus 2. Is this it? Yeah. That is a 7 plus 2, which is 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do 2d6 thunder damage. So these two here. 3. Plus 2, which is an additional 5 damage. And it probably doesn't make any difference, but it says additionally the target's a creature, which it's not. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Okay. So, in total, how much damage did you deal?
9 plus 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so 14.
All right. You bring your sword down onto this thing, and you hear a hissing sound as the sword cracks into it. You notice that the amulet itself is made of, a weird kind of black metal, and it's encasing a large, looks like a. Is this the right term for it? Hold on one sec. I don't want to use the wrong gem. Yeah, kind of like a periodot. So this kind of just, sickly olive green color that almost kind of pulses, and you hear it literally hiss as you hit it, and the thunderous smite sends that thing just echoing across the chamber. It doesn't move. You manage to make it so that it doesn't careen across the room, and it looks cracked, but the energy continues to swirl around it. So
Okay.
you did a significant amount of damage to it, but it's still intact.
Okay. And then I'm going to attack a second time.
Okay.
We'll see if it hits first. Attack a second time. I do 8 plus 5 charisma is 13 plus 5 attack bonus, which is 18.
That hits.
Sweet. And this time I'll use Divine Smite. I'll burn another spell slot. And that will leave me with two remaining, and they're both level 2. So, Divine Smite does what, 2d8, I think I said earlier? Let me pull it up.
Yeah, 2d8.
Yeah. I'll do an additional 2d8, which is 5. So that is an additional 10 bonus. And then I didn't roll my actual weapon, which is one more 2d8. And that is a 6 plus 2, which is 8. So 18 damage.
Okay. So you look up and you look back at your sword, and then you whisper a couple of words to yourself, and your blade shines as it hits down onto the amulet. This time you sever it in half. And the amulet just splits apart, and you feel almost this like vacuum of energy that pulls from the two halves of the amulet. It's like it's sucking in from somewhere. And and it does this for just a brief moment, and then it stops. The whirl of energy disappears, and you're left with just the two, dull, cracked form of the amulet on the ground. And as you do so,
Thank you for the
the
19
dragon
bits.
rears its head back and roars, and it sounds like it's trying to bring down the building, as it just shrieks and shrieks and shrieks and thrashes, and since it's not your turn anymore, since that was your final part, it's going to make a strength check. Could you please roll a d20 for me? That's gonna be for Ingot.
Sure. Ingot. I rolled a 10.
Okay. Talkilirex is going to literally take and rip Ingot off and throw him up against the wall. And then it's going to turn to Gerald, Wendho, and the fallen Ingot and puff up with its breath.
Oh, fuck
Oh, no.
off.
And then let it loose right there.
Oh, no.
Point blank, I don't think we're dodging this, and I can't do the thing again. So, what is the roll?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Dead. Also, thank you for the 19 bits. 17, hey!
That's pretty good.
You save.
Plus, 2. Oh, and I need to have music playing. Hold on. There we
I
go.
rolled a 3.
A 3.
Oof.
Okay. You have anything reactionary?
The only thing that I can say is I think that I have advantage on saving throws against necrotic damage.
Oh yeah, this is this
If
magic?
that's what this is.
I will allow it. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll one more time.
It's a trait I have called Lifebound. I rolled 3 again. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
Oh gosh.
51 damage.
Oh my god.
I'm like deader than dead.
Alright, so what is Jen's health right now, and what's her maximum?
Her health is
Just, like,
22
doubled
minus
over.
50 something.
22 minus 51.
Oh no.
My maximum health is 30.
30.
Uh,
Look up the condition.
She
real
had
quick.
negative 29.
And I think below 10, you're just like negative 10, you're just dead.
so wait, your max is
Yeah,
30?
Fifth edition doesn't take that into account. It doesn't do negative hit points anymore.
oh, it's
Just
zeros
sometimes
dead.
can mean you die outright. Let's see. What's your hit point maximum window?
30.
Is it 30?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a chance. Go ahead and roll d20. Act like you're rolling a death. Act like you're rolling a death saving throw.
Oh no. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
That's not a 20, that's an 8.
Hey!
I rolled an 18.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Takerex opens its mouth, and the winter blast comes forth once more, and it is piercing. What did I roll? Wait, what did I roll for him?
It was 50.
Oh, Ingot needed to take that too.
Oh no, Ingot.
Ingot was at. I gotta check Ingot's HP. 1 sec. Ingot is not dead. Yeah, he's had a lot of hit points. But after the blast has been completed, Gerald, you took 25 damage. You're at 1.
Oh god.
Yeah, 51 divided by 2 minus the half. So, Wenho, you are the force of the icy breath actually shoved you back up against the a broken table, and your body is currently lying on the floor over there, frozen and unmoving. The Yeti's form is also back on the floor, and its bulk just sort of slumped over by the pillar. Gerald, you're not certain how you're still standing. You really can't answer for it. All you know is that, like, you feel frozen to the very floor. Your beard is completely frosted over. Your eyes hurt to even open from that. And as you open them up, and do feel that pain, you can see the dragon leering over you, for just a moment, looking like it finally has some form of triumph. And its turn is currently over. It is your turn now.
Okay. I have no
Okay,
ability
okay.
to heal myself, so I'm pissed. I'm half dead, and my staff is sort of broken. I don't think I can do anything to help Window aside from kill the dragon. How is it looking on a scale of like 1 to 10? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm still gonna try and hit it with my staff.
You mean the dragon?
Yeah.
Dragon looks like he's on his last legs.
Okay. So
Like it, you feel like it's moving out of desperation at this point.
Alright, so I'm gonna just hit it twice with my staff. Or should I use magic? You know, hitting it with the staff is probably a safer bet. I'm just gonna hit it really fucking hard twice. So they correspond to what they are.
Okay.
So 2 and a 9 plus 5 in both cases. Or plus 6, excuse me. So 15 and 8.
The 15 will hit.
Okay, so that's 6 plus 5 damage.
Okay. You crank your arms back and you swing for as hard as you can. Feeling the knots in your muscles just tense up. You feel like you could just collapse to the floor at any moment. But as you do, you swing your staff forward and you crack through at least half a dozen dragon teeth as you collide straight with its mouth. And the shatters and shards just sort of fall down to the ground. And you're breathing heavily as you look up at this thing, wondering if these next few moments are going to be your last. Inga is currently passed out. The round starts again. Wento is currently out of commission. Azana, it's your turn.
Both of them still need to do death saving throws.
Then Wento, go ahead and roll me another saving throw. You're gonna want to get above a 10. And I'm gonna roll one for Ingot.
14.
14.
Okay. Ingot will fail his, but you will succeed yours. So just remember you have one success. Okay. So Zana, what is your move?
I'm just gonna try to go for the dragon and heal everyone afterwards. I think that is really the best thing to do at this point.
Yep.
It's not going to do you any good to heal them if they get
Yeah,
bodied
exactly.
Again, so, yeah.
And if the dragon hits them again, they suffer a death saving throw, an automatic failure. So that's bad. So I'm gonna try real hard to get something good, and I might have to use my inspiration if I don't get something good. It's now or never. I got a 4 and an 18.
Okay. Do you want to hold those stand?
If I use my inspiration, I have to reroll both of them, correct? Sure. That's for simplicity's sake, sure. Alrighty. I'm just thinking, should I do it?
Do you think one hit is going to be enough, or do you think you need both?
I honestly think I need both, but you guys can also try to hit it too. I think I'm just gonna keep it at this point. See if anything else happens. So the 18 will hit because it's a plus 7.
Okay. Go and roll damage.
Alrighty. I got a 6 plus 4. So that's 10, and then an additional 4.
The dragon continues standing. However, as your bolt sears forward, you catch him in the neck this time, and more of that black bubbling ichor just sort of oozes straight out of the wound, and it's starting to cover his upper torso. Yeah, it looks exceptionally wounded. I don't know how else to describe it. You fire off your 2 rays. The second one goes wide, and you curse as it hits the corner of the top of the building. This brisket. Did you have another action, Azana, or you?
No, I literally do not have any bonus actions.
Gotcha.
It's hard being a warlock.
It's okay. All right.
You've been doing all right for yourself.
Brisket The glow on your blade from the sacred weapon fades this round,
Of course.
and you stare directly at the dragon, who seems to be huffing and puffing, and will, with murder in its eyes still, even as it's, looks to be on its final legs. It towers over the standing, wounded form of Gerald, and what you can only assume to be either corpses or fallen bodies of your comrades, Inga and Winho. What do you do?
Oh man. Okay. I'm going to run up to the dragon, which I can get this close.
That should be
And-
within striking distance.
Sweet. And I'm going to strike the dragon.
Okay. What do you do?
First off, if this hits, well, I mean, I guess I need to cast it now. Thunderous Smite will affect my next attack.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 plus 5, so 24.
Hits.
Yay!
And as I bring my blade down, I'm going to yell, "Leave my friends alone!" Like that.
Alright.
Let's see what kind of damage I do. So, my weapon first, which is 1d8. 2 plus 2, so that's 4. Then Thunderous Smite, which is an additional 2d6, which is plus another 7, so that's 11. And then a level 2 Divine Smite, which does 3d8. Let's see, can I get one more d8?
Oh, yeah, sorry. There you go.
Okay. So 3d8 and then an additional one if it's either undead or a fiend. So do I get a fourth one?
You sure
Hell
do.
yeah. So then I do that. And I roll a 4. I roll 19. And I think, is that all my damage? Yeah, I think that's all my damage. So that's a total of 19 plus 8, which is 28 or 27, and then another 7, which is 34 damage.
So you got an extremely precise hit. Where did your blade land? You get to choose.
The way I imagined it was I was like kind of swinging it upwards towards his underbelly.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Okay. Brisket taking in the scene, realizing that in a way that this is do or die, picks up into a trot and then a full sprint, taking off toward the dragon, keeping the blade low, hoping to score a hit, crossing upward toward the underbelly. He yells out his phrase, and as you dart in between the now emaciated, disgusting-looking claws, you take that sword and you ram it straight home, and you pull upward with all of your might. And as you do so, the scales, the skin, and all else seems to just rend, tear away, split in two, as you bury that blade deep, and guts just start to pour out.
Yay!
And with that, the form of the dragon falls down, barely missing Gerald.
Gross.
And that is that. You were covered in dragon guts, and you have killed a white dragon.
Ooh.
Also, it's a really good emote combination right there.
Yeah. I like that.
That's beautiful.
That's good.
All right. Congratulations.
Yay!
Very well for that.
Yeah.
That's
Yay.
excellent. Those were some very clutch moments from literally everyone here. Like, if there one person had not been here at the table or whatnot, this would have been an easy party wipe.
It was
Oh,
very
yeah.
nearly, and I feel like we ought to deal with whether or not people are dead or not.
Yeah, so let me immediately pull out my my wand of cure light wounds,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know how much it heals, by the way. I just have it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to heal Wenho and Ingot.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Zani, you rush over toward the fallen body of Wenho, and as you move forward, you see that you almost have to like break apart, a sheen of ice that's like taken to her skin, taking her already blue skin now even, a deeper blue from lack of oxygen there. And as you tap the wand onto her, for a brief moment, you feel something catch in your throat, thinking it might be the worst. And Wenho gives a small cough and comes back to the realm of the living, so assured that she was probably passing on to yet another afterlife, but making it through. So, Wenho, you're back up. You're pretty certain you were at the end of that tunnel with the light. So, it's a little bit of a jarring sensation coming back straight from that.
Can't die on me so easily, damn Samsarin.
Uh-huh.
There's no end, only new beginnings.
Excellent.
And as you tend to her, if you go over toward Ingot, you press the small wand to him, and you give him a little bit of a charge. You see him come to and shake his muscles free, and wearily, look over at the dragon corpse, and he doesn't even offer any words. Kind of nods his head. Yeah, you didn't lose a single person, and that's actually pretty impressive, because I was out for blood.
Very nearly.
Yeah, I saw!
Yeah. Well, I didn't do. I had some other ideas, but I was like, some of them were way too dickish. Some of them were literally like, I could have him freeze the top of the ceiling and then just perch from there and blast downward.
Oh, good.
That's really fucking awful. So no, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, technically, you can actually catch fewer people that way, but I also thought, I was like, man, how are they gonna get him down? Like, you can just literally stay up there and like knit and crochet and just breathe. And,
I would be one of the only ones actually just poking them the entire time because I can bend and twist my blasts however I feel like.
So, here, let's just do a really, really tiny little epilogue. So what ends up happening is, now that you're up here on the monastery, as you collect everyone and assist the wounded out of the hall, you'll find Alana Jedek and her men, including her first mate and the shit mage, tending to the wounded, tending to the few dead from the melee inside of the halls, and you come to a consensus that you'll stay here for the short remainder of time here until they can get some portion of the ship functioning to be able to take everyone home, and the party is successfully able to take back quite a few casks of this very potent ale that has been made and stored here for who knows how long, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, this was just a beer run, right?
Yeah.
This was technically a beer.
Oh, that reminds me, Hoots.
Yeah, it was
Because I actually took one of the Eldritch invocations to be able to read all writing no matter what.
okay.
Can I snoop the books some more and see if I can find the absolute way to make that ale to brew it whenever I feel like?
Within the 2 days that you guys end up staying here, both trying to, get people back up to order and to, just stay warm because this is an open facility here, you do have the opportunity to look around and to read some manuscripts, and both yourself and Wenho are able to do so. Like you both pour over some documents because, Wenho can also do, comprehend languages. So, you're able to find some of the recipes in here and get some of that those ancient, beer recipes. But yeah, you do find that, and that can be worth a good amount of coin.
Good.
Viren the ship mage manages to, using his powerful magics, pull a portion of the ship out of the water from above on the cliff sides, and fashions together a summoning portal to get another one of those large fire elemental beasts to provide energy to the ship.
Gerald helps.
You do. You actually do. Like, Viren's kind of pissed when he first sees you, but strangely enough, like after the harrowing experience of this weird beer run, and you having to remind everyone that yes, you are a wizard and Keith is great, even though you had broke your staff and whatnot. It's
Still a wizard.
Still a wizard through and through. You help him somehow. I mean, he actually thanks you. You don't really know why or what you did, but maybe you made him laugh. Who knows? Brisket, you're given top honors by most of the crew and whatnot, as they can well see that you were that you did a great job with that. Alana Jedek actually takes notice of the amulet from there and examines it along with the party, and she says, this thing, I don't know where it came from, maybe the bowels of the earth, but there's an evil about this thing that's I can't even begin to understand. I'd recommend we take it back to the city and perhaps have some of the scholars look it over there. Maybe they can find a way to fully destroy it, or perhaps even entomb it again so it never rises back up to the realm of the living. Over the 2 days, the corpse of the dragon actually just completely, I don't know if melts is the right word, but just sort of breaks away in husks.
Disintegrates.
Sure.
Gross.
Kind of disintegrates. By the time you end up leaving, its bones are brittle and almost hollow. The scales are starting to turn, a milky white, where once they were clear. So you're unfortunately not able to take any pieces away from the dragon, as either mementos or otherwise. But you're left with that weird, nasty feeling about what happens when you tamper with, ancient magical energies. And overall, you manage to return back to the city, and you get those casks there, and you are all rewarded with 5,000 gold pieces apiece for the amount that you managed.
Oh, snap!
Damn,
Something
son.
special going though. Ima, didn't you?
What?
You had something special on top of that, right? Like,
I think she was
Uh,
talking about
as-
the knowledge and the recipes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking
So-
about, like, didn't you sign some special
What?
contract with her? Like, you went a little bit harder into the paint about negotiation?
Yeah, she was gonna help me figure out what happened to my father and see if the assassinations lined up, if they were both done by the same person or organization. But I think what I'm gonna do with my character for a bit of lore is start a brewery for money. I'll keep that knowledge for myself. Make my own ale. Make money. Get into politics.
I'm gonna work at that brewery.
If you want to work, she'll give you a job.
I think Gerald has a good story to tell people now, which he will.
She will all the time.
Which he will all of the time,
no
unprompted and just suddenly.
Did I ever tell you I went on a beer run with a dragon? It's
Then he
true.
gets to the part where a dog shits his chainmail pants.
Ugh.
Oh my god, right?
And then I got really drunk!
The story is going to become legend.
Yeah. Brisket, what would you do? What would you do after you got all that money and whatnot?
Oh man. Well, I don't know what I would do with the money, but the image I have in my head. Did I? Now I know that one of the dragon's claws got stuck like inside my body. Do I still have that claw?
Yeah, we'll say after the battle you were able to, obviously remove it and, and heal that wound.
Okay.
But
So
yeah, you
like
can
the
keep it.
scene that I imagine is Brisket visiting the graveyard of his old master, which for those who don't know, he was raised by like a rich eccentric whose life he saved when he was young, and this guy is the person who like taught him how to fight and stuff. And he's at the grave and he has the claw that was stuck in him from the dragon, and he lays it at the grave, and really it turns out it's not just the claw, but there's like a whole bunch of little objects from Brisket's adventures now with the claw among them, just as like something to kind of prove himself to his dead master that he's still trying to fight for good and do what he can to repay his debt to him.
Good dog.
That's awesome. I love it. That's really cool.
Yep.
This is great. I love it. That's basically that's the wrap up, guys. That's season 2.
Yay!
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job, everyone. We didn't party wipe.
We did not
Yeah,
party.
we
with-
done did it.
We done did
Nobody
it.
died.
You guys fought basically. Gosh. I mean, the dragon I had you fight was a bit of a mix between like a young adult and an older dragon, because I knew you couldn't stand up against like a legendary dragon. They're just way too strong. So I kind of fudged in between. But you guys ended up fighting like a CR8 dragon with like CR4 or 5 ghost mages along with him. So
What does CR stand for?
that's challenge rating. So normally, whatever the CR is of a creature, like an even fight would be a party of 4 adventurers at that same level. So you figure like a CR8 dragon is on even terms with like 4 level 8 adventurers. You guys took on him and more and still managed to walk away.
Barely,
So-
but we did it.
It was a big battle. I mean, normally for like large scale, like big boss combats or whatnot, you go way higher than what you feel is like an even challenge rating. Because this dude's not even. No. You guys needed to step up and do it, but kick ass. Oh, that's a very good point. Ibaraki brings up the point: did the person who got aged get returned to normal? So,
Yeah.
so after probably a little bit of fretting, Zana, especially from your appearance, because even as 20 years is a bit of a shift, especially if it's done immediately. You'll notice that over the course of the next few days after the combat, that your normal visage returns. So you look like you're beginning to regress back to your original age, and you eventually
Thank God.
do. Yeah. Ghosts have that horrifying gaze that not only scares the shit out of you, but can age you anywhere up to 40 plus years.
Ghosts aren't as bad as they used to be, though. Even still, like they could just
They're
like
still nasty.
de-level you.
Yeah, they definitely took away with the level drain stuff, but I mean, a ghost basically has a natural inflict light wounds with just touching you. And I played it carefully because I didn't want it to basically just be a fest of like the ghost clock fire. It goes like 17 damage, 17 damage, 17 damage. That's just plain. But it worked out well. And what I loved was how you guys managed to get those situations handled. Like when Azana was basically cornered and pretty fucked for that moment. Like Jen had the exact counter that she needed with the psychic damage that turned those tables.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the right counter, especially for all those things. And I think it's like the one thing I'm not going to forget from this combat is the idea of Gerald just going to town on this dragon at 1 HP.
There was nothing else to do. He was fucked. Either that worked or it didn't.
I loved it because it was such a stark Yeah, it's just a stark scene for a character that was constantly just like, I'm a wizard. I like wizarding things, and it's sort of like, I need to beat the shit out of you.
Fuck you in particular.
That's great.
So this was wonderful, guys. Thank you, and thank you all for being so patient, as you all know, just getting these sessions set up over these many months. So, big hand
thank
for
you, Hoots.
all my players.
That's
I have great players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
y'all
gotta
did
say
great.
the 34 damage out of nowhere from a corgi is kind of something to talk about as well.
Oh yeah, I've looked at the HP. You were swinging at a dragon with 4 hit points. And as soon as you said 4, I just crossed it out and I waited, and I just looking at the dim like, well, that's ooh.
And I don't even think I used that blue die. I was like gonna use it that one time, and then we decided it wasn't it. I could have added in a 1d8 to that too.
Go and roll
But I
that, just see what it is.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of like,
Oh yeah, I'm doing
we're
it.
already here.
It
7.
would have been a 1,
oh,
so
1.
it doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever.
It's a 1. Oh no.
It's cool.
It's gonna make some kind of mage guild after this on merit alone. Well, thanks guys, I appreciate it. I really only made like the big cool map for like one of the sessions, but for testing out Tabletop Simulator and seeing how it worked with this, I think this was a pretty big success.
Yeah.
Would you recommend
And I
using
do
it
want to
for
take a
people
moment
as well?
just to thank Hootie,
Yeah, for real.
because if we don't point out how amazing of a job he did, then they're gonna. So Hootie,
Yeah.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
And again,
You
thank
did
you for putting up
incredible,
with our
and
bullshit.
I had a blast. It was so much fun.
True dat.
I actually have one more question, and that is the state of Ingot. What happens to him afterwards?
Oh, yeah, I wanna
Should
know
we
that
take
too.
him along?
So what ends up happening with Ingot is, in the period of those 2 days, Ingot returns back to his cave for that time, and just as the ship is being lashed together with the elemental and putting everyone back on to try and leave back for Twinport, Ingot actually comes back, and with a few things under his arms, and asks to come along with you. And what ends up happening is he comes back to Twinport and is immediately mobbed on by the archaeologist guild there, and they start to examine his shoulder, the stone that was stuck in it, his reasoning abilities. He eventually is well cared for and in being examined for both his intellect and also other things during his time there. So in essence, he gains a sort of freedom, being
Aw.
able to get away. I
Yay.
honestly thought he was going to die.
I kind of figured he was
I thought
gonna,
Ingot was toast.
like at
but-
least twice.
Well, it was also during that melee right before the dragon. I thought, man, Ingot's getting trashed. Like, if he takes a few more hits, he's actually going to go down, and if nobody comes for him, he'll probably just get killed. And there I'm thinking, like, that sucks. I hope Ingot doesn't die. And then he went over and helped, and, there you go. But,
we didn't lose anyone significant, did we? Not even Ingot.
no, you lost a few crew members from the ship, but none of them really were named or anything, so...
No one important was killed.
Well, I mean, this whole clan basically lost their souls, so I mean, someone important died.
Yeah, but they don't have names,
Yeah,
so they
but
don't
I
count.
get to carry on their legacy
Yeah.
by selling their legacy beer.
How selfless.
Yeah.
And I feel like having slain Tequila Rex has put them much more to rest. So. Like,
Oh gosh. So here's another thing, I guess, because we never got to reveal it too. Would anyone
Yeah.
like to guess what my alignment was the
Chaotic
entire
evil?
time? No.
Oh.
chaotic neutral.
It was probably
No.
lawful because you signed contracts. So lawful evil?
Lawful
Yeah,
evil.
I was lawful evil.
Now,
What I wanted to do at the end, if I had enough HP, was scoop up the amulet and use it for myself versus the
but I destroyed
dragon.
it.
But you
I
destroyed
honestly-
it in time.
I honestly
thank
thought that's what
goodness.
was going to happen. Like, you guys would
That-
win, and then Yazana would go and scoop the amulet up, and I was expecting it the entire time.
That's what I wanted to do until KY fucking ruined everything with your paladin bullshit. She was very angry about that.
But she didn't
I
let you...
took down a ship and ruined your plans and killed a dragon.
Our
Yep.
It was
D&D
a pretty
stream's
successful
coming.
adventure for Brisket, so...
Not so much.
No, not really. Like, once every 2 years or so, we do it.
Yeah, we do like
It's been
a
a
series.
year and a half since the last... no, even longer than that. Like, what, 2 years since the last season? Whatever you want to call it.
Oh, geez, since the last season of
yeah.
this? 4.
4 years.
No.
It has to be, because I looked at
Could
my...
be.
Hold on, let me look, because I have my Roll20 up, and I have the old campaign.
Oh wow, yeah, that was with Randus the Savage and Winho, and who else was there?
Caspar the alchemist,
Right, the Alchemist, and
threw
then
bombs.
The first campaign I ever ran here on Roll20 was Lost in the Sands, a Vinesauce streamers game, which we now lovingly call Season 1. I created my account on March 10, 2013.
wow,
So that was over 4 years ago.
Jesus Christ, let's not make
Christ.
it another 4.
No, we don't have to make it another 4.
I mean,
No,
I've got a great idea for a follow-up to Gerald. He's not Gerald, but I think he will be as loved.
Well, here's
And
what we'll
hated.
do. We're going to take a break, obviously. We're going to let the holidays happen. We're all going to have good times. Maybe we'll come back around February or March and do either some one-shots, or maybe we'll start looking at another, fun little mini campaign, we'll call it. We won't call it a full campaign. We'll maybe try and keep it smaller next time.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Like a 2 or 3 session might be the best.
I can try for that. Yeah, we can definitely try for like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So, but yeah, this has been a blessing. I know it's obviously hard to get everyone together sometimes, and it can be stressful. But it's like every time I sit down, I'm like, man, I missed this. This is great. So
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah, it was a lot of
you,
fun.
Rudy. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
all of
you.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Well, it's about that time.
Yep. I'm gonna peace out. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Alright.
everyone.
Good
I'm
night,
gonna check the
Night.
art.
Night, night, KY.
Good night.
I got something to ask you though.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, I was gonna say if you want to participate in the Secret Santa, because you didn't reply.
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
Do you have a date for that or anything?
No,
'Cause,
because
my
not
holidays are, like, packed. So
not everyone has replied yet. But
okay.
it won't be that much of a deal if you aren't around for the giveaway, as long as you tell another streamer what your 2 games are.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see
I
one.
plan on it for now.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Later.
Later.
Bye bye.
Take care. Oh,
I see one new art. It's not tagged as Rev, or it's tagged as Rev, not RevScarecrow. But I was able to find it because I went looking because I was like, "There's no way, there's no art," and it's from Steam Charlie. So let me go and pull that up on screen, and that way you can see it. I started trying to figure out an idea, and then for like a session of my own. But then I realized how much actual fucking work this is, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Even if I, like, bullshit some of this, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just making it too complex, but it's just like, holy fuck.
it depends how much you want to go with it, man. There are definitely other systems that are way more friendly in terms of.
I was probably going to do Call of Cthulhu just because of the, No, you're good, Steam Charlie. I just want to make sure I found it, and it's a very good art of Gerald. Yeah, that's about right, I think. Top art, indeed. And yeah, Hootie, you're going to AGDQ to volunteer and host, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep. I got a full week of shifts and all that, and
Damn.
be hanging out there and having a great time. So, I don't know if anyone else got tickets to or got up registered. What is wrong with my brain right now?
You said you got like 2 hours of sleep last night, yeah?
I know, and I'm trying to make stuff up on the fly, so I guess I should be thankful I was able to do that at all.
Yeah, I don't think you should be banging yourself up about stuff. Someone
Yes.
says they've got one more. If I see it fairly soon, I can get it. Otherwise, we should probably just call it there. It's fairly late, and I need to probably stop. But thank you guys. That was good. I enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too.
Heck yeah. You really did. Oh, that is a great picture of Gerald.
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, that's beautiful. Great self-esteem, Shirley. All right. Well, thank you guys again so
All right.
much. This was a lot of fun. We'll do it again next soon.
Alrighty.
All right.
Yeah.
Later, y'all.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye bye.